Hello, fellow architects and faithful followers to the stream. Let me just pop that out there. Okay, we're back. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm taxing my my PC setup right here. I am exporting a file while also streaming. Streaming. I'm exporting a Premiere file while also streaming and playing a game on this. This one PC ran into an issue where I had to export something for work. I'm gonna see how well my computer can handle this. It seems to be going pretty well so far. Last time we had to cut it short a little bit because the internet was on the fritz. So don't do that. Don't do that. But yes, I'm back, and we had so much outpour of love and follows. We had 2 raids last time. I was so excited about that, and I also have a new shirt to wear. You guys probably don't know this, but I actually have a number of shirts that I wear for streams. You just never see them because it's always cold where I am, and I get cold very easily. But I actually have a number of shirts that I wear for stream. This is a new one I actually got. The By What Standard shirt I got from supporting a documentary of this by the same name. And I didn't even realize I had forgotten that I had donated at the T-shirt getting level. That I had donated like a year ago. But it was a good documentary. I watched it. It was really, really good. But exactly about that. By what? That's just a summation of questions you could ask theologically, right? By what standard? And the small text there. You can probably. Where is it? There you go. By what standard? God's world, God's rules. That's what it says. So I like it. Anyway, so we just sometimes this cable. This is up a little bit. There you go. So we were trying out Sheena to see what she was like. I think she has some potential. This game is not my forte. This is a viewer request. I think these are interesting. I'm a little nervous about playing as someone other than Lloyd just because that didn't work out so well when I tried Genus. But, you know, maybe Sheena is more physical oriented, so I'll try it for a little bit. Heal blows away the enemy. So that's a knockback attack then. So I might want that to be that way, stay that way. Put her on manual for sure. Since Lloyd's off here, one's also on auto. Yeah. And take a look at strats to see. Use skills freely, use attack freely. Yeah, so I found attack same to be really useful. Use it less frequently once TP is below 50%. I would say that's good, and then move freely for everyone. Unless you can heal, in which case heal is priority. And do I have any gear that she can use? Probably not. Oh, wait. Use the gold circlet. Alright, let's just see how she is. Also, I need to figure out what we need to do next. I think I need to go... what was it now? Head to Mountain Village. I'm just having fun verbatim. I'm doing so. Yeah, we found out what the X-Spheres are actually. We found out X-Spheres is people! However, with some persuasion from Kratos, they once again steal us battle. Sheena joined them and decided to search for the escapee from the human ranch they had learned about. They hoped he might know another way to get into the ranch. I'm not sure why it's organized like this. Organized. You figure the most recent thing to happen would be up top, but This, I think, was the last thing that happened. Let's go to the ranch and see, or maybe that city over here. Yes, so I think I'm having some frame issues because of what's happening on my computer right now, exporting and streaming and stuff. So this is not, it's not your computer. Do not adjust your television. It's my side. It's gonna be a little bit laggy for a little bit, maybe an hour, depending on how long the export is. It should be about an hour and a half. Hopefully it's not too bad. I really didn't want to miss the stream tonight. Where did I end up? Oh man, you know what? I'm a challenger. I'm a build runner and a challenge game runner for RPGs. This is the Snowman run. You know, I did a this is gonna be speedster run.
No way! Demon Fang!
Out of my sight.
Demon Fang!
Wait, how do I what?
Fire seal! Fire seal! Sonic sword ring! Fire seal!
Are you doing? Okay. Weird. Okay. Trying to figure out how she
Never
works.
stood a chance.
So it's gonna be. I've done runs where I move twice as fast. In Dark Souls, you can open up your cheat engine. You can modify the way the game runs so that it runs twice as fast. And I played through, what was it?
You're in for a world of hurt.
I don't know if I did the full playthrough. It was a while ago.
I summon thee, Photon!
Is she doing it?
Ready? Let's go, Corinne!
Holy cow, that was a long
You
casting
okay?
time, man.
First aid.
It just left.
Fire seal!
I know what's wrong, I think.
Fire
Don't overdo
It's
it.
that I should reassign this forward to that. Yeah, I don't want that. Let's put that there, and then it's very easy to push forward and attack, so power seal right here would be good.
Are you okay?
No way!
Sword ring!
Don't overdo it.
Demon
First aid.
Soli!
Light! Photon!
Yeah, thank you so much for Grant for like letting me know about Pastor Tanner and
Don't overdo it.
Demon
the theologian and all that. I went around and followed everybody, checked everybody out. It was awesome. I did a prayer group using back on later, and glad to see you on the Tanner stream earlier. Yeah, thank you very much, Grant. It was appreciated.
That was disappointing.
I was very excited to see some like-minded people on Twitch, and you got a knack for networking too. So you really managed to find people, which I was, I've been streaming for a little while, but you were able to put people together, right? I heard Pastor Tanner talking about. I watched a VOD where he's talking about like how we're like all fragmented and stuff, and I can see what he means. But I think also like, we all have our niches as well, and he went over that in more detail. But yeah, thank you very much, Grant. What do mercenaries do? We are hired soldiers. Sometimes we are. I'm a bodyguard like I am right now. Well, more so recently since there hasn't been a war in a long time. Yeah, I'm not sure if you saw my response to him lately, but I said the same thing as you. Yeah. I appreciate your optimism. It was really good. I want to be optimistic too, right? And I have reason to be, right? God's world, God's rules. So, he was like, that is very post-mill of you. Yeah. And you mentioned me later on in the stream after I left, and I appreciate that. Yeah. It depends on the job. From this point, I received a sizable sum from Phaedra. So how much? Why do you want to bet no so badly? I want to know if it pays more than being a board with Blacksmith. Yep, I definitely want with more people to be able to join you on Saturday as well. Yeah. You know, I game more than I do theology streams, but I mean, it's still my passion. I still love doing it, right? And Pastor Tanner nailed it when he was like, you know what, maybe we're not fragmented at all, and maybe what we're actually is like, is we gather, scatter, and it's like, we gather together, we have kind of one purpose, but we have different niches to fill, not only in terms of like the games we play, but also the people we can reach and stuff like that, right? And so, just because one person doesn't do the exact same way as another person doesn't mean that that they're doing it wrong or whatever, right? So, and I was glad that you got it. It seemed like Dustbuster, Dustin, and you and Pastor Tanner and Got Fuzz and Johnny and stuff. They seem to understand that, which is cool. I was really, I'm really excited to be part of a new community. It's fun being part of Pixel Hearts and a part of Unashamed, but there's something really different about you and Pastor Tanner and that group. That you guys are, yeah. So anyway, good luck. Godspeed with your prayer group. I don't want to keep you, but I just want to say, express my gratitude to you. And God really is doing things, right? Like, I didn't think that posting on that thing I did on Twitter would get you here and would then cause you to find Pastor Tanner, and like there's all these like causal change. God's providence, right? There's like chain of causation, and it's like, yeah. I saw you on. I had to grab you and ask you to join since it was so hard to find like my people were exactly in these things. Exactly, Grant. Do you prefer Grant? I saw Pastor Tanner calling you Grant, which is your real name. I'm used to calling everyone by their like alias, so I just short formed your name to Soli. But whichever you prefer. Yeah, this is great. I'm really excited about what's gonna happen. Now I'm a little bit laggy right now because my computer is going on overdrive. It's doing like 3 things at once. It's we've been trying to get more personal and use first names now. Oh really? Oh, okay. Can't believe this. Makes sense. These are observing human life. You know what's required, but I found it to be helpful to tell people my name. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'm not like gung-ho about it or anything. I'm just used to calling everyone by their net names, their aliases. How do I get off this ledge? It took me like a month to get used to it. Right. But yeah, I'm really excited. And new community full of like-minded people, and you know what? What else? Tanner said that he was streaming for like 8 months and didn't know that there was anybody else out there, right? And I mean, I can really understand that. Like, I've been streaming for like, I've been solo streaming since September. Before then, I streamed with a buddy, and we weren't overtly like. I really wanted to push forward with the theology streams and stuff. So, but all told, I've been streaming for years, and when I struck out on my own, I managed to find a lot of nice, good people. But it's only in like the last 6 months I've been able to find people who I really want to stream with, You would think, I don't know, but like we're all like so like we feel separated in a way, like Tanner was saying. But in another sense, it's like we're all out there. And he also mentioned that it's really hard to find people. And yeah, it is really hard to find people. I'm surprised that you managed to find people too, right? I felt like I went from 0 to new people. Now new people joining me more every day, like the Pentecost. Yeah, that's right. And I'm used to streaming to a small amount of people. When I started streaming, I just wanted to do it because I wanted to kind of redeem the time a little bit, because I enjoyed playing video games and stuff, but I wanted to do it with other people, right? So whether it was whoever was in chat, that's who I wanted to be with and hang out. Oh, Vectorax!
Don't get too
Hey!
comfortable.
Oh, thank you for following! Welcome. Welcome. Oh, I'm in battle.
Are you all ready?
So, what I do here, if you don't know, I mostly play RPGs,
Are you okay?
of pretty much any sort, and I
That's it?
am probably most well known for people who know me, my viewers. Alexei from Short Time, I just want to drop in. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. I wasn't rating you on Tuesday to get rated back, but you know, I appreciate you stopping by, definitely. But yeah, I play most RPGs. I'm mostly well known, game-wise at least, for Dark Souls challenge runs and sort of build runs. I kind of play a little game with myself. I play RPGs and stuff. And so I do that on Tuesdays and Fridays. And then on Saturday nights, I do Gets of Course that gives you a lot of credibility. yeah, it's funny, yeah. I didn't intend for him to do that, but it was very nice of him to do that. Yeah, and on Saturday nights, I do theology streams. My current stream sort of setup is I spend about the first hour doing Twitter Roundup, which is like kind of follow some stories or some comments and some posts and tweets on YouTube, on Twitter, and kind of want to respond to them and talk about them. And then after that, we've been reading through. Oh, look! I forgot that my chat was up like that. We've been reading through The Mission of God by Joe Boot, and reading about history and the Puritan sort of concepts, and yeah. Whoop. All right, so we already learned that X fears his people. What? When I see the power from my X Sphere, I always felt it so warm and gentle. That's because Marble. That's Marble lending me your power. I'm sure your mother too has been watching over you this whole time, Lord. But she's not the X Sphere. She stole the X Sphere from whoever the bad dudes are, whoever they are. Okay, well I triggered a thing there. Thank you so much for stopping by, Vector. I'm really hoping to get him fully involved with the community as he is, just like Pastor Tanner, Johnny, Dusty, yourself, and the rest. Really seeking to just go out where Scripture leads. Nice, Grant. See, you're the way that the communities work. Community works in general is sort of like the way that the church works, right? Like how there's a body of believers and they have different roles, and Grant, so you not only are you really studious, which I really respect, but you're also very you're like a community liaison. You're very good at like connecting with people and finding people. I think that's where like one of your strengths are. And we all have different roles, right? And we should embrace those things, much like how you do with the church, right? So that's really great. And you also, I really like your positive attitude as well. And it's based on the Scripture too. No more downer Christians, right? You have no need to be down about things ultimately, right?
You're in for a world of hurt. No way.
We appreciate it, and that's an awesome analogy for the church. Oh, we all need to work together for the unique qualities. Exactly, and
Work.
Oh no, stop.
Power seal.
And we're not always gonna know where those differences lie, or like how we should best be going about our stream and stuff, right? But if we can,
Over already?
no, I can probably add chapter and verse now if you want it. Yeah. Yeah, totally. I want to incorporate that. I think I followed it, but I don't think I fully integrated it yet. Don't mind the lag, everyone. My computer is just really pushing hard here.
This is gonna be a piece of cake.
No way.
Demon Fan, Sonic Sword.
Give me the power to do
Like
it
that?
now myself. Oh, really? Oh,
Lights.
cool.
Photon.
Sonic Fierce Demon Fan.
Fire seal.
That's really great.
Tempest.
Fire seal.
No, there you go.
That was disappointing.
I'm not sure what it would entail exactly, but I definitely would want that feature on my channel. Let's check the Tower of Mana and see if this is where I have to go. Maybe the guy ran over here. Yeah, it's kind of roundabout to get it to your channel for good. The guy hard codes you into the program. Oh, does he? Interesting. Oh, that's like an elite thing, is it? Reason why I'm so laggy right now is because I am exporting a Premiere file on the same computer I'm streaming and playing this game because I had to do it for work, but it was like an emergency. But also, I really wanted to stream today. That's why it was happening. You have your channel active. You do, nice, Drex. Awesome. Yeah, it is awesome. Yeah, I think you'd definitely be a good community liaison, Grant. Yeah, so like both in terms of our like what we do for our communities and stuff, and which niches we can fill. Great, yeah. Awesome. Perfect, yeah. Exciting. You need to make it ESV. Yeah, I mean, I would prefer like a more modern translation. Give me an ESV or a NASB. But yeah, so not only in terms of our roles, like, and our niches that we fill, wherein people want to watch us play certain kinds of games. So, like, you know, I play RPGs. If people want to watch RPGs and stuff, they can go to me or whatever. So there's that in terms of the games that we play, but also the roles we have in our communities as well. So I want both of those things.
This is gonna be a piece of cake.
Fortunately, I don't know how to get rid of the phone session for like 2 hours. Oh, good. Yeah, it can be. Grant was right. I mean, not Grant. Tanner was right. It can be very hard to find the right people on Twitch. You know, when you're starting. Yeah, I see what it says in scripture, which is that we should show we are always to rejoice, as our reasonableness, knowing that the Lord is always at hand. Right, the Lord's always at hand. He's on His throne. That's the shirt I'm wearing right here. The shirt I'm wearing is I donated to a documentary. I had forgotten that I donated to the T-shirt getting like level of the documentary because it was a while ago, but yeah, By What Standard is an excellent documentary about. Oh, you know that one, yeah. So that's what it is, like God's word, God's rules. That's what that is. I have a number of like shirts like this. You just never see them because it's usually so cold in here, and I get cold very easily. So But yeah, I recommend that documentary if you can find it on. I think it's on Vimeo or something. It's so weird that people say like people point out that I say a boot. I am Canadian, yes, but like I don't say a boot. I say about. Everyone calls me out on it. Everyone a boot. I don't say a boot. I say about. Is it where is I don't know. I can't hear it. I can't hear my accent. Apparently I have a Canadian accent. You haven't heard a Canadian accent until you like have heard someone from like Nova Scotia or something. Where they all talk like this, eh? Get out of here. About. How else do you say it? How else do you say it? About. He doesn't realize even after everyone points it out to him. But I'm not saying a boot. A boot is not what I said. Oh, I don't know. I have to give up. I just have to give up. I have to accept that I say a boot. Is it the long O? About? I'm saying about. How else do you stop? Forget it. I need to just accept it. See, you bring joy to your brothers and sisters in Christ. With my flagrant mispronunciations. I would do the design to keep attacking. My gosh. My goodness, it's so hard to know what to do when I'm trying to talk to people. And I want to talk to you guys because I'm so excited that you guys are here. And I'm also kind of confused as to where to go also. Okay, so I need to figure out where this guy is. Oh wait, didn't she say where's the? She said I had to go somewhere. What's her name? Sheena. Said I had to go somewhere. To the west, was it? So Fuki's awesome. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Try to keep my energy high when I stream. I'm generally am the same person both often on stream, but yes, that's my People are wondering what I do. I do build runs, and people often ask like, well, what's a build? What do you mean by build? Also, one of my channel points rewards is like you can request that I do a build run in an RPG of a certain list of RPGs, and so like if you want ideas, you can take ideas from those links and like give me the idea, and I can like do like a challenge run involving that build. That's what that's about. What up, Starforged? Welcome. This is an RPG stream, mostly. I also do some theology streams on Saturdays. I'm part of the Unashamed Network. Part of Pixel Hearts with a few other friends. How we doing in this game? Right now I'm a little laggy because I'm exporting something on my this computer, but I had to stream tonight. I'm not especially good at this game. I will say that. I was really bad when I first started, and now I'm only kind of bad. This was a viewer request. So someone has saved up enough points to do the reward where they can recommend a game to me, and I play it for at least a stream and then see if I want to continue with it. I want to continue with this one, but yeah, I'm having some issues with how hard it is. It's not. I mean, it probably isn't that hard for people who know how to play the game, but it takes some learning. And right now I'm running around as Kratos because I prefer him, I think. The requested it is at least 140 IQ. Oh, well, you heard it here. You heard it here first. I think there are some things that, you know, I'm not a huge fan of.
Give them no quarter.
So
Die already.
No way.
I'm considering the fact that it's laggy right now more of a challenge, part of the challenge, right? I do challenge runs. I'm probably most well known for my Dark Souls challenge runs and build runs.
Overdo it.
Vector X just checked out the exclamation mark build command there, which kind of informs you as to like what I mean by builds. A lot of gimmicks to a lot of RPGs, and so I like playing RPGs with lots of options and stuff. So, so I'm considering this to be a kind of challenge run right now, where everything is laggy. I've done challenge runs in Dark Souls 2, I think it was 2, where I sped up the game to be twice as fast.
No way.
Oh, wrong guy. And that was interesting. So this is kind of like the reverse right now, where everything is really laggy. The slow man run. And I also usually upload my successful challenge runs to YouTube. Here is a real challenge for a run for this game. Let all characters but yours die and keep them dead, so you fight solo. Oh, yeah, that's the thing, is like I kind of decide by the end of the game whether I want to like put this the game on the ultra list of games I want to do a repeat playthrough on, right? Last view request I did was Vagrant Story. I had never heard of it until someone requested it, and by the end of it, I had some. It was a good game overall, but it is a game that is an artifact of its time, not something I would want to go back to. But yeah, not necessarily. 60 hours for a first timer, so yeah. Really, it's freezing. I'm surprised it doesn't bother you, Colette. Not human. The winds from the holy ground of Carlon blow through the area and can cause extreme temperature drops. Oh, well, Colette's probably got her mind on her task of regeneration and is too excited to feel cold. Or she's turning into a monster! Thank you, Lloyd. Okay. Yeah, I should preface that, not all of my runs are necessarily challenge runs. Some of them end up being challenges, but I prefer to use the term build run because it's more like a gimmick, right?
Let's get rid of him quickly.
If I have an idea where I say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna make a build run where I can only heal, via sources of regeneration rather than direct heals, then there you go. Or like I've done a number of runs which are like the Pyromancer runs. Pyromancer runs are like, I'm only allowed to use skills that do fire damage. And like skills or abilities or attacks that do fire damage. In that case, if the run ends up being really easy, then that's just kind of how it goes. So it's less about necessarily like hardcore challenges and more just about seeing what the game has to offer. Because what I really enjoy, I know a fair amount about game design, and what I really enjoy is when a game gives you enough options in your toolbox to let you explore your choices in battle, right? That's why RPGs are so much fun, because you don't have to just fight a boss one way. You can tackle them a lot of different ways, and oh my goodness, these do a lot of damage. Well, maybe not too much damage. I thought I was blocking there.
Don't overdo it.
But for me, like, the anathema of the RPG is when, you know, it pretends to give you options, but it doesn't really have them, you know? And so for me, the more options, the better.
All right.
And which is why sometimes JRPGs can be a little slow to start, which is why I want to give, you know, a lot of them a fair shake, because there can be a lot of slow starts where you mostly have like 1 or 2 abilities and stuff, and that's kind of meh. Also, it's been a while since I played a game like this that has like a lot of dialogue, so that's a little weird to get used to as well. I just think that what you're doing is meaningless. No. You don't know. We won't know it's meaningless until we do it. I don't know about that, Lloyd. Very simple-minded answer. Hey, I doubt that will ever be an ending that'll satisfy everyone. Hint, hint. Well, there might be, maybe. See, you agree with me too. But I guess since I'm like this, that's why you and I make a good team. I like how you always force yourself to be optimistic. Why do I not feel like it's a compliment? I think the last game I played, other than gear, this game doesn't give you a lot of options, to be honest. I have been noticing that, yeah. And even the gear has been woefully, in my opinion, I think that it's been woefully underutilized. So the main problem I've been having so far has been, like, you have different swords, right? But they're really just like stat sticks. So by a stat stick is really just like their options, some are just not apparent. Yeah, I have noticed that. But like stat sticks are basically like, they're just something you put on your character to make their stats better, right? And I find that pretty unsatisfying to be like, you go to a new town, you upgrade your weapons, right? And then they're just like, they do more damage, right? Like, I would much prefer linear, exactly, it's linear growth, which I much prefer horizontal growth versus vertical growth. And I understand that, you know, in an RPG, there needs to be a little bit of new weapon, new town, new weapon, +5 damage, exactly, right? And I understand there needs to be a little bit of verticality when it comes to any RPG, you know, to show that you're getting stronger and everything, right? But, if there's too much of it, then it can cause a problem. Long mode can... Oh, wow, I forgot all about that. I forgot all about that. I don't even remember how to do that. Yeah, because with horizontal growth, you have different options, right? So rather than having, using the toolkit analogy, right? You have you know, a hammer. You can have a hammer or a bigger hammer, or a hammer that is made of metal, and a hammer that's made of wood, and a hammer that's made, right? You can have that, or you can have a hammer and a screwdriver and pliers, right? Like, that's way more interesting, because then you get to, like, combine those elements into, like, a whole new thing, and you can... your party becomes your own, right? It becomes a matter of what you want to use, which is why I think that stuff like the job system from Final Fantasy V and 10 too is such a brilliant system. It's a system where it's like, hey, whatever, you know, jobs you want to play as, you can play as that. Do you want to just be all the same job? Do you want to make every character the same job? You can do that. Do you want to make them, you know, or once you learn an ability from one job, you can, you know, switch it to a different job. And then the subclass into a different jobs and combine different abilities and stuff. That's great. Okay, there might be I think there's a village right over here. I didn't see that dot there. So, and like the same thing with party composition, right? Being able to choose your party comp is very important, because the party's gonna be doing different stuff for you a lot of times. So I think so far this game, I think this game is a good game. I think it's very much like Vagrant Story, where I can see that the game is good,
Are you okay?
Don't overdo it.
but
First aid.
the things that I want in an RPG are still a little bit like lacking. So I feel like I should give like some examples about like good RPGs for me.
That was just
Team comp is a
one
nice thing to figure out in this game. Yeah, team comp is definitely, you know, it's there, right? There's some very restrictive like RPGs I've played that have a very restrictive team composition layouts. The worst one being Final Fantasy 13. That game is not for me. Is not for me by any stretch. And that entire game, you can't choose, like almost the entire game, till the end game. You can't choose who you have in your party. It's the worst. You just like, I don't like the sort of paint by numbers experience. You know, if I wanted sort of a more cinematic like movie experience where you just have to do what the game tells you to do, I would play like not an RPG. I would play like a story-based game, like a Uncharted game or something, right?
Don't
More
overdo
story-focused and more
First aid.
linear. So linear games aren't bad. It's just that I don't understand the point of a linear game, a linear RPG. A linear RPG doesn't make sense to me. Now, the sequel to this game, which most Symphonia fans pretend doesn't exist, has 2 playable characters. 2 playable characters? How do you even do that? Isn't like I'm not well versed in the Tales of series, so I don't know. But it seems to me like the game is very much based on your 4-party comp. Trash game, whatever. Ooh, brutal words from Starforged. Okay.
Don't get too comfortable.
But yeah, I think some of my favorite games,
Don't overdo
like Fantasy
it.
5, Fantasy 10, has great options. Even though it is more of a linear game, there's some saving grace in the combat system and stuff. Bravely Default and Bravely Second, excellent games. They're excellent. They're so good. I like the story. I like the characters. I like the battle system is really fun. And then the Dark Souls games, I think, are a wealth of options. The horizontal growth in the Dark Souls games is almost unbeatable. There are so many weapons and like sets of armor and stuff like that, right? And they all are situationally useful, and you can play the whole game through with your starting weapon and you'd be totally fine. And in fact, your starting weapon has unique qualities that other weapons wouldn't have. So, hang on a second. Village of Adventurers. So, like, just for example, in Dark Souls 2, your starting weapon, if you're using daggers, starting weapon is the dagger. It's called dagger. And you might think, okay, well, this is a boring weapon. It doesn't do anything, right? It actually has one of the highest backstab damage amounts in the game. So if you're looking to do like if you're looking to be like an assassin and backstab a lot of people, your starting dagger is probably your best bet. One of your best bets. That's an example. Let's see, that's worse. This is better. This is better. See, all of this so far is very it's very linear. It's very like vertical growth where numbers just get bigger, and so that's disappointing. I want my RPGs to have different effects, right? Like I want the cleric cat to improve. Oh, it says it has healing properties, so maybe that's what it does then. I think in that kind of RPG, it's different though. Like in Tales of Symphonia, every weapon has the same attack speed and backswing and such, right? But it also has the same. Yeah, it has the same attack speed and all of that, but it just seems to do more damage. Like Cleric Cat should make your heals be better. I don't know, like the Amber Cloak could, you know, improve the potency of your fire spells or something, right? Like different effects on your armor and weapons is for me is beautiful. All right, so I maxed out on all this stuff because I was a little concerned about that. There are RPGs that do that. Well, that is good. That is good. Not that many, so. It's for me, it's like a linear scale where it's like the more there is of that, the more the game is good. You know, mainly rings and next that you get. Yeah, I have a few that do that. Like I have like a few charms, like the paralysis charm and the warrior charm and stuff. So that's good. I'm primarily like a gameplay RPG player over story, even though I like a good story, right? I think it's better that I'm gonna buy this because. Oh, wait a minute. It has healing properties, but it's not for rain. It's for the 3 of them. I wonder if it has a hidden effect or something. I'm gonna buy. I'll buy 2 and see. Yeah, I think like in terms of every gamer, right? They have different standards and different things that they value about games, and so there's no really wrong answer about that, right? Some people are like, in terms of hierarchy, right? Like, this game's also for 2. Yeah, and you also don't see items in fight also. Yeah, it's true. I mean, it is an old game, so I take that into account, right? But I think that you do see different costumes if you unlock and use them. Oh, they're different costumes. That's cool. I think that even taking into account, like, it's, like, the era in which it's from, I think that there are some RPGs that do sort of customization a little better. But it doesn't make the game bad, right? I'm gonna put these on to these 2 guys and see if that makes them heal or something. Maybe it gives them regen. That would be cool. It just has healing effects, so I don't know what that means. The great thing about an RPG that has different options, right, is that, you know, a good RPG at least is going to have not only all those options, but there's going to be support for those options throughout the game, in the form of different encounters and boss fights that have different present to you different challenges that are made easier or harder depending upon. Case restores 1% of max HP. Oh, okay. So it does have an effect. Oh, cool. That's good. I'm down. But yeah. So again, using the Dark Souls example, and this example I always use whenever I talk about this part of game design. I didn't know either. Yeah, I was wondering about that. I gave me this game about 10 times. Oh, we got a veteran here. Yeah, so I always talk about this example whenever I talk about RPGs and the idea of like horizontal build diversity, and this kind of thing like that. And that is, there's many examples, but in Dark Souls 1, there's a boss called the Four Kings, and you can beat him with any build. He's designed to be beaten with anything, right? But he has a gimmick where he does more damage with his sword swings the further away you are from him. So like the end of his sword is more damage than the base part of the sword. So what you can do is that fight really rewards you if you want to like tank in that game. Some other boss fights where the bosses are more nimble, and you know you're running slowly, it's a little harder to do that. But with that boss, actually rewards you to the point where you can just stand right up close to him and just like get hit by the sword flat out, and the damage will be so low you can just tank it and just be like, heal, swing. Oh, I'm taking damage. Heal, swing, and kill him that way. So like, if you went for a tank build, that fight is much easier, right? Whereas I've heard people go online and be like, how do you beat this boss? It's like it's so hard. And people are like, do you have like, what build do you have? And it's like, well, I have a nimble Fifi build. And they're like, oh, okay. Well, that might be why. Or like, my build has very low magic defense. I was like, okay, well, maybe that's why you're dying so easily, right? So, that's kind of like one example. So like, the tower station really well from here. Man, how far up does the tower station go? Excuse me, coming through. Pardon me for just a bit. Well, this looks like it's wide enough. Good, good. What are you talking about? I'm glad you asked. I'm thinking about starting a new business here. It's going to be called Dragon Tours. Dragon Tours. You take a tour here to watch the dragons that fly by. Oh, close. That's a good guess, kid. I'm starting a business where you can ride on a dragon and see the Tower of Salvation up close, which we're going to do, and we're going to get over there, and then Remiel is going to be like, guess what? I tricked y'all. You can go to the Tower of Salvation. I never say y'all. No, they just fly around it. But still, it'll be experience of a lifetime. Oh, that's so cool. So where are the dragons? I'll bring them next time. Look forward to it. Until then, bye. No one's gonna wait around for your dragons. Hey, mister, I'll be waiting. Oh, Lloyd, you're just the craziest. So that's foreshadowing. It's not even foreshadowing. That's just shadowing. It's literally just a shadow cast over the plot to know what's gonna happen there. A good shadow though. Okay, so cat people. Not cat people. They're cat people in cat costumes. Oh dear, I bought too much food. I can't possibly return to Louis and carrying all this. How about I give you some? I'll go with him. Yes. Thank you so much. Oh. Okay. This game surprises me sometimes where I think I'm gonna go on a quest and then it just like cuts it. Just cuts it out. Thank you very much. You helped me. Thank you for saving me. I'm going to go distribute the food to the people of the city now. See you later. Wait. You gonna leave me here? But I thought that was the thing I had to do to continue the plot. Avoiding others' heads, the man range to the west of Louis, where Kima waited. Right, which is I need to find the dude. Did you trick me? Where's this guy? I want to talk to him. I have words for you, friend. You're not him. I just want to see what you'd say. Where are you? Did you just despawn? Are you handing out food to the no people who are here? There are two people in this place. How dare you? Now I have to go back. What was that? Look, it's fine. I'll just go fight more beetles and mantises, I guess. I know my way around. I know my way around old JRPGs. I am not well versed in the anime's JRPGs. Like this game, like Trails of the Sky, I think it's called Trails of the Sky. It's kind of weird how like I try to explain, like I try to say anime JRPG, and I feel like most people know what I mean when I say that, even though it feels like a nebulous term. It's like there are RPGs, and then there are like decidedly anime RPGs, you know? And this is one of them. And I think it has to do with aesthetics and characterization and plot. It's only recently has the plot kind of interested me. Up until then, it was kind of like feeling a little bit generic.
Holy cow!
Oh my gosh! Oh dear! Is this a bad thing? Is this a bad monster?
Ready?
Here we
Take
go.
this.
First aid.
Fierce
Fire
demon
seed
thing.
photon.
Lightning.
Just push, mash all the buttons.
Out of my sight.
Power surprise!
Ah,
You gotta be kidding me! Power
heal,
seal!
heal the lady. Heal Sheena. You healing?
Are you ahead?
Yeah, nice.
It's over.
Okay, so that wasn't like a scary boss type NM creature. Out of my way. What are you doing here? What? Huh? Is this just a way to teleport quickly back to the city? That's strange. Okay, let's look around and talk to everybody. This was the inn. We're going to the inn. Hello, are you the lady you're supposed to talk to? Sheena, it was this whole time. Ah, I'm so silly. Oh, I'm a silly goose. How is Pietro? He passed away. Whoa! Did you say something about the human ranch, perhaps? I don't know. I don't even know if he really escaped from there. We all know what we were supposed to do now. We need to go to where that rock was out in the front entrance and move it. There's clearly a path in there. What about his belongings? He didn't have any. Where is his grave? At the back of the adventurer's graveyard. And don't think about digging up his grave, please. Yikes. That took a turn I was not expecting. Yes. We have plenty of money for that. We have a buffer of money. I always like having a buffer for money because you never know when you might come across a expensive weapon or something that you really want. I've stocked up on supplies like life bottles and stuff, which at the beginning of the game I really needed because it was so hard and I was so bad at the game. Okay, so graveyard. Oh, this is the graveyard. Is that a good place for a graveyard? I don't know. I feel like you should probably bury them in a pling and kind of, or a down. There's a mission to collect 10 million gold, so you better start saving up. A mission? Is it a mission or is it like an achievement? I'm not much for achievement hunting, but there's gotta be a way to haggle that down, or is there a way? Does someone bribe you and you get that money that way? I suppose Digging of the Graves has a question. Anyway, let's pray. It's a very... It was a very Japanese game. Well, that you was taking... Yeah, I figured there was something like that, like a way to mass farm money. There usually is. If there's ever an achievement for like lots of money, there's usually a way to grind for money. There's a mana die. What's he saying? Pietro, I heard you were dead. What's going on here? Here you are. Goes and die. Angel die. Yeah, I see. See, we know what's gonna happen. Come on. Who's surprised? She's gonna turn into like a horrible monster. Ramiel's gonna be like, "Psych, Aridin, hey, good to see you." The monster himself. That's the perfect sop. In a few years, the side will erode and the corpse will be down the mountain folks. Will be the down the mountain folks' problem. Yikes, that is dark. Good to see you, Aridin. Hope you're doing well. Hope your night's sufficiently awesome. Human Ranch Underground. You must come here. Let's go. You lied to us. He's the one who escaped from the ranch. Lloyd, I mean, I know that you're supposed to be like the audience proxy, so like things need to be explained to you, but come on now. I mean, they put their dead on a cliff edge. You're absolutely right, Aridin. I think it's a very bizarre thing to do, and especially when there seems to be fields right outside of the mountain. Please tell me, how did you get away from the human range? I mean, Lloyd was standing right there when he said, "Pietro, you're supposed to be dead." That's a really weird reaction for Lloyd to have. Boulder, yeah, big boulder, underground jewel, boulder move chosen. What are you saying? Is that the escape route? Please let him be. Now listen, you may be happy just protecting Pietro, but because of this guy, countless people from the looting are dead. How about helping us just a little? I'm sure Pietro has many things to say he wants to say as well, but because of the curse, he's been turned into this. But he's still alive. The dead... I skipped that accident. Please help us. We want to go to the ranch. It's possible to get out. It's possible to get back in. Right? Please. I'm willing to help you, but in exchange, lift this curse. The healing technique left behind by Boltzmann is in the Tower of Mana. That may be able to cure his curse. Alright, but infiltrating the ranch comes first. That I won't relinquish. When he escaped from the ranch, he said he came out to the front yard where the big boulder was blocking the thing. Of course. Of course. That's what happened. That's what we need to do. Those things are in the grave. Take them with you. Thank you. We'll come back when we've acquired the healing technique. Let's go. Was there a boulder there? Of course there was! How could you miss it? The first time I went there, I was like, is that where we have to go? Apparently it wasn't the first time, it was the second time we had to go get there. It's very obvious. It's not like a... Ugh. Loud noises. Alright, so now we use this fella. And we're supposed to use him to warp here. Oh no, Kratos! Oh well. Let's get I missed the dialogue. Alright. Let's up.
Not much of a
I'm
specimen.
gonna stick with
Work.
Lloyd here. I seem to have stopped lagging, so I think maybe my export has finished. So what I've noticed, now maybe I'm wrong about
Don't
this,
overdo it.
but by me just totally going in blind here, it appears, and I mentioned this last stream as well, but it appears the way you're supposed to play this game is kind of taking turns, but kind of you need to decide for yourself when your turn comes around, kind of thing. So it's a little bit like Dark Souls. I know. People are gonna say, "Oh, of course, Mifuki's saying it's like Dark Souls," because I make the comparisons a lot. But hear me out. Hear me out. In Dark Souls, the way you're kind of supposed to play, quote unquote, is like you attack or your opponent attacks first, and then you react to what they're doing, and then you have your turn. Kind of, if you don't mash the button. If you mash in Dark Souls, you die because it's just not how you play the game. Now I've noticed here, like when I swing at guys, right? I have a chance to kind of like take, like they have a chance to kind of react and take their turn and do an action.
Never stood a chance.
And I've noticed the game became a lot easier and more manageable when I stopped like mashing the button and attacking constantly, and I started guarding after I finished my combo, which I think is the right way to go about it. Kratos, you have such a scared look on your face. Yes, did something happen? No, I'm the same as usual. You're lying. Anyone can see you're mad about something. I'm not angry. Sorry, please let me be alone for a while. Oh! Now, was that a throwaway kind of like scene, or was that actually foreshadowing?
You're in for a world of hurt.
Like, I run in, and I block, and then I do this, and then I do this, and I block. Unless someone staggers at the enemy, in which case you can get free hits, like that, right? Which is also how it works in Dark Souls. I'm telling, it's true. It's true. It's how it works in Dark Souls. If something manages to stagger an enemy, they essentially lose their turn, and you can like continue to attack them. But if they're not staggered, then they have hyper armor or super armor, and then you can't just attack relentlessly, right? This is yeah. Look how obvious this is, right? It's like sticking out like a sore hand. Forget about thumb. This is it. The one Pietro was talking about. So it would seem. Let's try moving it. It's no good. It won't budge. Then let's try using the Zion orb we see from Pietro. Pietro. But when I did push it, it didn't even budge. But when I pushed it, it didn't budge. Let's go, Lloyd. Yeah. Oh, we're just going right in. Okay. Who are you?
Not much of a specimen.
Also noticed mages should be something that you deal with right away, because they seem really deadly. It's a little hard to target them, I've noticed, though. I'm trying to target the mage right now. There we go. So I've noticed that, yeah, mages have very powerful spells and stuff, and they can really mess you up. And, oh.
Don't get in my way.
It'll be over soon.
Don't get in my way.
I wonder if there's a way to like quick recover out of that.
Do it.
Oh.
That's it.
Don't overdo it.
How do you work, you polearm dudes?
Are you okay?
Beautiful.
I was just warming up.
Inferior beings. Well, you're dead now, so I guess. So stupid. I don't know why I said that. Man, it's like a stream of consciousness. I try it. Well, yeah, when I stream, I talk a lot, and I think out loud. Something I have learned to do, even though I'm not very good at it sometimes. Professor, you're fantastic. So there are people on this side who can operate machines too. On this side, just nothing. Just talking to myself. This is where we are now. Right, because as we have guessed at this point, Sheena is what are those people called? Something Tethala. This is where Kavar should be. That's my guess, is that she's Tethala. It appears that in order to get to the floor that Kavar is on, we'll have to deactivate the guard system. Guard system? Here. If we don't deactivate this guard system, we can't get to Kavar. What are we supposed to do then? Calm down. There should be a switch somewhere to deactivate the system. Here it is. Also, maybe notice most that I'm reading a little bit fast, because I usually don't. I try not to, but there's a lot of dialogue in this game, so I kind of want to try to get through it a little faster. Like Starforge said, it is like a 60-hour game, so they have other games I both want to play, and I also have another viewer request that I need to play as well. See, 2 switches at the end of this passageway. Those are the deactivation switches. Okay, then let's go ahead and deactivate it. Wait a minute. I'll bring up the route to get to Kavar's room. Looks like the conveyor belt prevents passage through there. In order to stop that, we'll need to stop the conveyor belt control mechanism. Ellipses. But it seems it's constructed in such a way that you can't get close to the control mechanism while containers are on the conveyor. Let's see. In order to adjust the container dispatch control system, these are instructions, so maybe I should be reading this slower. Darn it, they've detected my access of the main computer. Lloyd, what do we do? The designers will be here in a minute. Darn. It looks like we don't have any choice. Let's split up into 2 teams to deactivate the system and to infiltrate Kavar's room. What? We're going to split up? There seems to be no other way. I would like to be in the group that goes after Kabar. Me too. And me. Okay then, look, I guess it's decided then. Please choose for us. Well then, I'll leave it to Lloyd. What, me? I know you'll do a good job of splitting us up. Well, you already split us up. That's supposed to mean. I'm gonna when I pick, I want to do it to Kavar. I want to avenge Mom. Okay. So do I actually have to make a choice here, or no? You know, I'm from. I've played a lot of D&D, Dungeons and Dragons, in my time, and so I'm used to having like freedom, right, to choose the things, right? So it can be a little bit weird when games seems to give you a choice when it really isn't. Okay, so it is giving me a choice, so I don't have to take it. So that's good. But it seems like there's a kind of an optimum way to do this. First playthrough, I'm not gonna do anything too crazy. But I'll just kind of go with the flow, kind of thing. Going with you. Okay, leave it to me. But I thought Genius wanted to be with me. We have a healer each. We have Rain and Kratos to split up, which is what I want. But then again, two mages on one team. Choose again. Kratos and Genus. That's what I'll do. Yeah, this is better. We have heals, we have magic damage, we have, you know, I'm gonna tank for everybody. I don't know what is in store for us, so I'm not sure which fighting, like which team's gonna do the most of the fighting. I imagine it's gonna be the Kavar team, the infiltration team, but there will probably be a boss fight for. Longer range fire. It's bigger. Okay, we'll go that other way then. Again, this is like an instinct for me. If the game tells you, let's go this way, instinctually I'm like, I don't want to go that way. I want to go the other way the game has presented me, right? Because you never know. There might be a thing. There might be a cool thing that you want, you know, a hidden item or something. Oh, a cleric's hat. Well, I bought 2 of those, but it wasn't too expensive. So actually, I needed a third one anyway because he didn't have one. Anything else? Oh, his weapon's underpowered too. This is like the beginning weapon, pretty much. I mean, I really wish I had my emotes complete for you saying cool thing. Dude, you need to totally get your emote complete. Cool thing. You know, like what I say about, I say a boot. That's a cool thing, right? I've heard it's a cool thing. Lamellar leather. That's a tongue twister if I've ever saw one. I am very bad at them. I have you wouldn't think it, you know, because you would figure if you're gonna stream and talk all for hours on end, you would be good at speaking. I have a bit of a tongue twister problem. I was just talking to Yana about what I want for my 3 slots, so they should be done soon. Oh yeah, nice. I want to see that. That'd be awesome. Oh, right, leather. Well, I mean, give him that. Give him that. Mostly just straight upgrades. It's very. This is it. Okay. What is this? If we stop this, we can prevent the captives from turning into monsters. Okay. Well. That seemed pretty uneventful. Now we can go over here. Save the game. Again! This game is one of those like frequently save your game kind of games. Because if you die, it's over. Restart from the last checkpoint. I'm used to playing like more modern games where like everything autosaves these days. Back in my day, games didn't have autosaves. You had to just be careful and save everywhere. I've been through here already. As
Don't
is
get too comfortable.
shown by that chest.
No way.
I want to target the mage. It's so hard to target people in this game. There might be an easier way that I just don't know. Very possible.
No way.
I'm not gonna say that the game necessarily doesn't have this or that feature because I don't know. But it doesn't seem like there's an easy way to target
Let's hurry on.
like backline foes. Maybe that's intentional. I don't know. There are instructions labeled how to operate the conveyor belt. Do you want to read them? Host body dispatch shutdown. Deactivate the switch in the container room. Conveyor belt shutdown. Deactivate the 6 control switches. Okay. Be like, how would I do that? Oh, you go in there. Maybe here somewhere. Get out of here. Get out of here. They're not hard to kill. It's not on any of these sections. See ya. How do I get down there? Guess we can't go up if we don't stop it. Okay, so that's a dead end for now. Can't go in here. What do? Well, we have the sorcerer ring, don't we? Huh. Yeah. Just need to line up here. Yeah, good. That was a world state change, right? If you ever have, it's video game logic, right?
This is gonna
if
be
you
a piece of cake.
ever have a
No way, it'll be
change
over
of state,
out of my sight.
dang.
Here we go. Fierce demon
Fireball!
Tate.
Get him!
See?
That's it.
Fierce demon
No!
Beautiful.
That was just warming up.
Oh. More. Ugh. What a strange thing. Yeah, it's classic game design. Whenever you the world state changes, you go and you see what you can do with the new thing that you've acquired, right? About stopped. We saved the game. Ooh, what's up here? Aha! Oh, level 2 EX gem. I have no idea how these work, or I do, but like very, very, very little. These are hard to figure out. I can't use the same thing. I don't know how to put it on. I'll put it on Lloyd, I guess. So he has like all the slots filled. Quality, and it's an S type. I feel like I should have an S type in both cases, but like increased mobility during battle, increased evasion. Increases physical damage from enemies with low accuracy. That's what evasion does. So evasion in this game isn't actually you dodging attacks, which is very, very different. Increases mobility in cities and dungeons. That doesn't seem that useful. I'll take dash, I guess. This is a dead end, right? Yeah. Okay. Good fight, guys, because I need the experience points. Also, I don't have a memory gem, so it's probably one from these guys. I'm assuming.
Don't you guys let up?
No way! It'll be over soon. No way!
Oh.
Game time. Stalagmite.
That's it.
That's it, she says, as she gets deaded.
That was pathetic.
Hey, I got a combat skill. What is it? Quick turn. Able to turn around instantly, even when dashing. Up and dash. Dashing. Assuming it's in the old beats in battle.
Reinforcements, huh? It'll be over soon.
I see, I think.
Stalagmite.
Usually you have to like.
No way! That's it.
All right. Air thrust.
Oh, got a new spell. Good. Hey, you know what? Didn't we get a new? Oh, I'm stunned.
That was just warming up.
Boyd got a new skill that I haven't been using, didn't he? Supersonic thrust. Yeah, I think it was a supersonic thrust. So our sonic sword rain. Can you do sonic sword rain, and sonic sword rain? Like, does that work? Should you do that? I like Fierce Demon Fang, but we can try like sword rain. Like we do sword rain. We do like sonic sword rain, and I'll make it so like I'll run up to a guy, and then I can get a gem. Run up to a guy, and I'll push forward, which will give me Sonic Rain after the end of a combo, and then I'll stay still and
One
use
right after another.
the Sonic sword.
No way!
Don't overdo it.
Oh wait, I used the wrong one. I set the wrong one. This is down. I like Beast though. Beast is a really useful skill. Let's try this one for a bit.
Sword
Get
rain!
some. Air thrust.
It'll be over soon.
One clip.
Sonic sword rain!
Take this.
First
Oh wait, I had no TP.
Get him.
See, there you go. That's why I always have everyone set to be attack same enemy, because if you can stagger lock them, you can just win. Give me a memory gem. What do you bros has a memory gem?
Piece of cake.
No, you.
No way. It'll be over soon.
Pancake time. Stalagmite.
Sword rain. No way.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Burner.
Pancake time. Stalagmite.
Stalagmite.
No way. Sword rain.
Pancake time. No.
Oh,
Never stood a chance.
you're dropping melange gel, which is good. Got some TP recovery from that. Nope. Or maybe yes, depending on if he catches me. Well, melange gel. I'll use orange gels first. Okay. Save the Gaim. Gaim? What's a Gaim? Where's the Kavar? We'll move. We'll have to wait for the others to deactivate the guard system. Let's get started. Which is... Oh, you can shop here? Well, I just spent a bunch of these, so sure. Hey, look at it. I inadvertently put all the girls together and all the boys together. Get around that. Yeah, so we did this bit. I guess I should go this way. No time for this. You have to make time.
Not much of a specimen.
Oh, right, I'm using Sheena. Wait, hang on. I can't change this now, can I? No, I can. How do I do this? Auto. And then I want to use Sheena. Yes.
Power seal.
Ready for this?
Hellhammer. Race satellite.
Uh-oh.
Light.
You ready for this?
Oh, did I do something wrong here? Auto, manual.
Image guard.
Can't seem to move with. Pause the game though, so I can. Controller's not working. Not working.
Ready for this?
I'll rip you.
Well, that wouldn't matter because I'm controlling her.
Brad, you ready for this?
I guess I'll put her on auto too.
Image guard. Photon.
Just for now.
Fire seal.
Hit him.
Are you okay? First aid.
Tiger Beach, reveal thy glory.
You ready for
Angel
this?
This would be a challenge run.
Power. Fire seal.
No hands, no hands run. Pacifist run.
Power.
I didn't do anything. I'm a pacifist. I don't fight.
That was disappointing.
It was the characters who fought. So what's going on here? Oh, is it because of this flag? Right. So the flag shows you who's in the overworld, and the top person on top seems to be the one you control. So there's a lot of things in there. Research route, okay. Here? Ah, that's a sneaky place for an item. Make bridge? I don't really know. Oh man, it wouldn't be a video game from the early 2000s without block pushing puzzles. Play this guy.
Don't worry, leave it to me.
Oh wait, no, everyone's on auto still. Oh, life steal. Steal HP from enemy. Sounds awesome. Can't use it yet though, for some reason.
You ready for
Don't
this?
get in my way. Damage no way. You ready for this? Life seal, fire seal.
There we go.
Light.
No, target him, target him. Target the mage.
You can't stop me.
That's it. Fire seal. Rain thrust.
Are you okay? First aid. Sorry.
Come here.
No way.
Fire seal.
It'll be
Rain
okay soon.
thrust. Power seal.
Don't get in my way.
What? Ready?
Damn.
There we go.
No way.
Oh, I hate my lightning and I'm stunned.
I beg of thee to reveal thy glory. Are you okay?
Power
Angel
seal.
feathers.
Thanks. Power seal. No way. Power seal.
That's
Let's see, neutral. I want it to be life steal.
Life seal.
Light.
Die.
Or life seal.
No.
Pretty good, right?
We're a little under leveled here. Hello, Patty Tap Tap. How are you? Welcome to the stream. Mifuki? That's my name. People often think it's a bad word, but it would be incorrect. I'm assuming I have to put these boxes across here because oh dear. There's a door right there. So how do we do that? Do this. This. Oh, you can move this one too. Oh. How you doing? How's everyone doing tonight? While I figure out this block pushing puzzle. Hope you're doing well, Patty Tap Tap. Playing me some RPGs, like I usually do on this channel. On Fridays and Tuesdays, though I do want to like, stream other days too when I can. But it can be hard to find time. Real life calls and all that. Let's see. Put this here. Oops. Now I'm trapped. Yeah, just push it, just pull it sideways. Just squinch your hips in. I am squinching. Kind of obscure reference. Dun, 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 dun. Put this here. Put this here. Then this isn't gonna look good. I can't pull this over. Can't do that. No, but I'll still get stuck. Early 2000s block pushing puzzles. Wait a minute. I'm trying to get these out of the way. Is that right? I thought I was trying to build a path across. Well, in which case you just put them out here, right? Yeah, I noticed the door. I thought, based on the perspective, I thought that the door was like elevated and I had to push all the boxes to make a bridge to the door and then go down south somewhere and go up onto the containers and then over the bridge of boxes. But it seems like there's just a path right here. Maybe I'm wrong? No, I think it's just a... Okay, well, I had misread the space there. All disengaged. Oh. Okay, well. Dun, 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 dun. Ooh. Stun charm. Now that has an effect. Stun bracelet. Oh, these are different. Okay, so that makes you immune, and this makes you resist stun. This is a stun immunity. Well, I'll give it to Sheena, I guess. Okay, that operates that door. Oh, but it closes on this side now. This is progress. Cutscene means progress.
You're in for a world of hurt. Are you all ready?
Life seal, angel feathers, photon.
Power seal.
Sorry.
No way.
No way,
Photon.
Rocket. Photon's good. That's why I have her still using Photon, because it does stun guys for a while.
And don't come back.
I don't think they can come back.
You're becoming more like Lloyd, aren't you?
You know, Lloyd, the character I know very well. Like that dialogue was meant for like if she's been in your party for a while.
Is everyone all right?
Who are you?
Guardians of the Chosen One. The Chosen has come to rescue you. Now pull yourselves together. By the way, is there anyone here from Palma Costa?
I am.
Do you know a girl named
I am.
Chocolat?
Ah, yes. She underwent host body testing here. The test decides.
Still can't
which
believe that she
branch
ran
be
off.
taken to.
And just believed what that guy was saying, whatever his name was. I can't remember his name now.
They said she was being taken to Asalia.
Isalia. I see.
I
Thank you.
see. In the audio,
Now
the
then,
audio,
let's
the
get out
microphone
of
they used to record
Everyone,
the audio
follow me.
for
Understood?
most of the voice actors had a weird like compressor or something in it that caused the S's that the girls say to be very, very prominent.
Excuse me. You're Sheena, right? You came to help us too?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Don't mention it. It was nothing.
Okay, take a little quick scan here of this area. Doesn't seem to be anything of note. Just a bunch of prisoners. The coast corner. Oh. Right, that's the way I came. And we go this way. These doors? Nope. It's like one of these guys.
You're in a world of hurt.
Oops.
No way!
Hey, hey.
I beg of thee to reveal thy glory.
Stop.
Power seal!
Are you ready?
Annoying!
So annoying.
Angel feathers.
Are you okay?
Life seal!
First aid.
Stop.
Life seal!
Doesn't heal for much. But
Sorry.
Power seal!
Light. Photon.
yeah, photon him.
Pretty good, right?
How we doing? Do that orange gel. Okay, this is back in this room again. Only this time, oh, I caught in the corner. I got
One
overwatched.
fight after another.
No way!
There's like no tell for him shooting that.
Life seal!
I beg
Maybe
of
I'm just
thee
not
to
noticing it.
reveal thy glory.
Photon!
Maybe his gun goes up and down.
Life seal!
Stop.
Are you ready? Angel feathers.
Power!
Are you okay?
First aid.
Are you okay?
First aid.
Life seal!
Nice.
I beg of thee to reveal thy glory.
Ready?
Are you ready? Angel feathers.
Just go ahead and tank for you here.
No, you!
No way! Life seal!
Nope, good stagger.
Satellite. Who's next?
Hello Alpha S2K PC version, or yeah, it's PC version. It's Steam version. It's just the easiest way to do it. It's then plugging like trying to pull out my old GameCube and stuff like that. And yeah, this is a viewer request. I usually stream RPGs on my game, at least on my game streams. This is so much activated. Oh no! And yeah, and then I
Not
also
much of a
do
specimen.
some study streams, study some theology
Are you
on
okay?
Saturday nights.
First aid.
I played it, but it's so bad, the frames and stuff, at least in my version. Oh, yeah, I have no context for it. I'm kind of new to the series,
Are you ready?
so this is a viewer, like I said, it's a viewer request. I've heard it's a very good
Don't get in
series.
my way.
I'm not especially good at it at all.
I'm dizzy.
Power seal.
But yeah, it's interesting. I think
Seal.
it's a good enough game. I think where I wouldn't mind checking out like
Life seal.
the current like the one coming out for this year,
Life seal.
whatever that one's called. I think that
That was
maybe some of the things that I don't like about this game might be fixed in like later versions. That's what I'm thinking. It's an amazing game. I love it. Fantastic story. But I've played so many times on the GameCube, but this PC version is bad. Tales of Vesperia is amazing. Is it? It's hard to get used to like the 2D combat for me. Like it's like 3D, but it's not 3D. So I did that now. What else do I have to do? Yeah, I'm a little bit laggy right now, but mostly because of what I'm currently doing on my gaming PC. I'm streaming and gaming, which is what I usually do, and I'm also exporting a file for work that needs to get done. Oh, hello, Grant. Tales of Vesperia was the first one I played. I liked Zestria the best, probably, but Vesperia was definitely second for me. Yeah. People say that. People say it's really solid, and I think
Not much of a specimen.
no way.
that a later, like the game later in the series might be more my speed,
Power seal.
maybe. Oh dang, dang,
Power seal.
Rex.
No way.
Light. I beg of thee to reveal thy glory.
Damn.
Was that a bit too
Yes, I got more melange gel. Melange? Melange? I have no idea. Oh, what we got in here? Heart of Earth. There you go. I know who that's for. This is good, right? More resistant to earth, more resistant to water, right? It's still, so that's different, but it's still like, way more damage, so you're never really gonna swap out. You're never gonna have a point in the game where you're like, maybe I'll swap to Card of Water because it's just so much less damage. I wouldn't think so, at least. I was just talking earlier about how, you know, I wish the gear in this game was a little more interesting. Most gear appears to be mostly stat sticks and stuff, where you just have a, you know, have a number that's bigger than the other one. Like, what? Gee, I wonder which sword I should use for Lloyd. Do I use the one that does 300 damage or the one that does 230 damage? And it's, you know, it's not really much of a choice there. I'm a very options-focused RPG player. I play RPGs primarily for their combat and character progression customization systems. Every gamer has things that they value differently, right? For me, I like gameplay and customizations is up here,
Not much of a
right? It's like
specimen.
top tier.
No way.
And then, you know, story is less important for me.
Are you okay?
Doesn't mean I don't want a good story. It means that it's just I'd rather play a game that has good gameplay and
Power seal.
a questionable to bad story than a game that has a really good story with gameplay that I don't like. And oh yeah, but yeah, it's just all a matter of what you value as a gamer, right?
Power seal.
I beg of thee to
Are you
reveal thy
okay?
glory.
First base.
Angel feathers.
No way.
But what is it about Grant? What is it about Vesperia that and Zestria that are like that you prefer? Like, what does it do
Are you okay?
over like
First aid.
Symphonia, for example? Yes.
That's it? I was just getting started.
Is it a matter of just the story and characters and stuff, or is it like differences in gameplay and stuff and progression systems. Go to Kavar's room. All right, it moved. I'll take you down. Let's see. One of these. Save the game because we're gonna fight a boss, and bosses in this game have been very tough for me. Cycling save games. I heard that most of the games have similar combat systems, but they're like changed a little bit here and there. It's something that's unique to the series.
I've found you, Kavar.
So, this is Lord. I see. He does bear a resemblance.
Nifty looking.
So, you've
wings.
I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't change the subject, Pronema. It's clear you've been stealing research data from my Angelus project.
I grow tired of your accusations, Kavar. As I have told you, I know nothing of it.
Stubborn woman. I suppose I should expect no less from one who usurped the leadership of the 5 Grand Cardinals. Take heed, Pronema. Once I retrieve the X-Sphere from this inferior being, I will become the leader of the 5 Grand Cardinals. When that happens, you'll be begging for my forgiveness.
You speak nonsense, Kavar. I've also heard that Rodile has talked you into joining him in one of his schemes.
Together now, good.
But it would be best not to believe that you could deceive Lord Yggdrasil for long.
They stressed the draw in this.
So the mana cannon is no longer a secret. Well, it doesn't matter. Once I succeed in retrieving that X-Sphere, any suspicions I might have been under will be but a distant memory.
Get ready.
You're not gonna take this from me!
Okay, here we go. I will read that
This
rant
is a
in a moment.
situation.
Once I.
Pancake time.
Okay, so
Limelight.
we are fighting. Yeah, we have a healer. We have
Don't overdo it.
DPS.
First aid!
Get some. Sonic
Sword ring!
Lightning! Take this! Light spear!
Okay. Yep. Oh, okay. Hang on.
Bother me.
Sonic sword ring!
Should deal with these guys.
Get some. Air thrust.
They're interrupting. They're interrupting my mages.
First aid!
Take!
They want like. It's so hard to target the guy that would cast the spell.
Sword ring!
Don't over. Take this! Lightning!
Get him.
Don't overdo it.
Just
Take this.
get rid of one of these dudes.
Lightning!
Oh, I missed the lightning.
Don't overdo it.
Don't
First aid!
bother me.
Okay, so we're gonna keep our heals up a little bit. Gonna throw one of these on him.
Sonic sword ring! Okay.
Icicle.
Take! Like that?
Okay, good.
Don't
That's one.
Take this! Lightning! Don't
Sonic sword ring!
Pancake time.
Aren't we clever?
Limelight.
Take!
Staggered both of them.
Like that?
Don't overdo it. First aid!
One down. One more to go, I should say.
Sonic sword ring!
Sparkwave!
Force field.
Good block from Genus. Once you're done doing that, though. Doesn't need that though. I should save those.
Take!
Hey.
Out, okay?
Don't overdo it.
I get staggered. Oh no, he didn't stagger. All right, now I've learned this about the game. You're meant to use this a lot. So, like, that's the thing. So get 10,000 health.
No time! Sonic Sword Ring!
Take this! First aid!
No way! Lightning Strike!
Oh, okay, he's got double attack with a lightning strike follow-up. Okay, good. I can manage that. Kratos, you want to give me orange gel?
Be careful.
Lightning
Nope, block it.
Sonic Sword Ring!
Don't over...
Then if you ever want to see his HP, you have to go in here and then look at the... There you go. 7,700.
overdo it.
A little weird, but... Throw a melange at me.
First aid!
Watch out, Kate.
Lightning Strike!
I'll have Kratos will use his first aid, and then I'll pair that up with him using the gel on himself.
Lightning
Here.
Strike!
No, no,
Don't
no.
overdo it.
First aid! Sonic Sword Ring! No way! Lightning Strike!
Come get
Ah.
some.
Can you not block that because it comes from above? That makes sense.
Don't overdo
Sonic
it.
Sword Ring!
First aid!
Lightning Strike!
Probably what it is.
Lightning Strike!
Okay, do this. Jump over him.
Don't overdo it. First aid!
Guardian Shield!
It's so hard. It's so hard to control, though. I want to turn around.
Watch out, Kate.
Okay, there you go. Like it's not. It's very. It feels very weird, awkward to jump over somebody. Again, maybe that's just the way I'm not to control or something. It just feels a little weird to push
Don't
up.
overdo it.
I'm used to playing games where you push a button to go up, to jump.
Don't overdo it. First aid!
Thanks.
How?
Let's see. Well, that's fine, right? If we can just
Watch out, Kate.
Lightning Strike! Sonic Sword Ring!
how we doing on health of enemy? All right, we almost got him.
Sonic Sword
Don't
Ring!
overdo it. First aid!
Thanks.
This is the end!
Yeah. Okay, right there. See, I was trying to jump over him, and then the camera turned, and then I couldn't jump over him. Right? That's kind of what I'm. The hard time I'm having.
First aid!
Lightning Here we go!
Lightning!
Sonic Sword Ring! Take!
We need TP.
No way! Lightning Strike!
Don't overdo it.
Yeah. Oh, maybe I should backstab. Oh, okay. Well, he's dead. Maybe I should have backstabbed. Like block the first hit and then backstab. Maybe that's what you're supposed to do.
I did it. I avenged my mom.
Holy ring and EX gem level 1. Good. We didn't die. No one died.
I did it, Mom.
So far, those first two bosses have been the hardest bosses because I was very bad at the game. Then.
We've learned of Chocolat's location.
Chocolat. Everyone has to say it like that.
Really?
Chocolat.
Look out!
Look out. He's actually a zombie? How did she get there? She was like in the back row.
Lloyd, are you okay?
Yeah, but you're...
I'm fine, really.
Right, she doesn't feel it.
You bastard!
Ultra Instincts. Yeah. Ultra Instincts. True Super Saiyan, Ultra Super Saiyan.
Kratos, you pathetic, inferior being!
He sounded more annoyed. Shouldn't he sound like he's dying? Like, Kratos, you inferior being.
Feel the pain.
Okay, Cam Clark. Okay, Master Miller.
Those inferior beings. As you burn in hell.
Wow. That was quite intense.
Colette, that wound.
They have a hell in this world?
Colette, hang on!
Colette, your wound!
Thanks for worrying about me, but I'm really okay.
It wasn't
For some
hurt,
reason,
but
it doesn't hurt.
but you're still injured. Like people in real life can have like a very low pain tolerance, or like have none at all. Like have no pain, not low. They have the inability to feel, but they can still hurt themselves.
Strange, huh?
You certainly are not okay.
This is
Wait,
This is peak JRPG right here, by the way. Like anime JRPG, where like, Colette, your wound. That wound that is totally there.
Yes, but
Colette, I can't keep
I mean,
it a
like,
secret
I
any
love
longer.
RPGs, right? Of so many different kinds, but you know, it's just funny to recognize how silly some of the
Everyone?
tropes are.
Listen to what I have
Did.
to say. Colette can no longer feel anything.
What? What do you mean?
Colette is growing closer to becoming an angel. Now she can't sleep, or feel hot or cold, or pain or anything. She can't even cry. Becoming an angel means losing her humanity.
Lloyd, it's
Interesting.
okay. I'm okay.
First, Hell Not Angel.
So-
Yeah, that's true. They've been very on the nose about a lot of biblical references. It's interesting. I am an angel, beep boop.
Right now, we need to do something about this ranch. Right, Lloyd?
I think there's something to be said for Lloyd arguing for like losing your body is
Professor, can you
using
destroy it like
losing your
last
body
time?
and like the ability of is how do I put this?
I'll give it a try.
Theologically speaking, there's something to
Well,
be,
that's kind of
to be said for the human body and its importance in establishing what it means to be human, right?
Lord Kavar, thanks to you, the Manicaran will soon be complete. Oh, do not worry, for I shall carry on the Angelus project. Oh, I suppose you
It's
can't
always
hear
it's
me
always a
anymore?
project with these villains.
Well, then I take it that you won't mind me taking the research data from the Angelus project.
1 Corinthians 15 and the glorified bodies, yeah. You
Let's
know, like
go back to town first. We can talk about what to do next after that.
Lewin is in shambles right now. Are you sure Colette will be able to rest there?
Perhaps Asgard would be a better choice.
Yes, I think that's a good idea. Lloyd, I trust that's fine with you.
we'll also have to go to the Tower of Mana.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Everyone. Oh, okay, I exploded. Yeah. So like, you know, Gnosticism is the idea that. Hang on. So each time Colette raises a seal and takes a step closer to becoming an angel, she loses a part of what makes her human. Losing her humanity, that's terrible. Then what's going to happen to her in the end? What is going to happen to her in the end? Not only that, but after she regenerates the world, she'll be alone as the only angel in the world, right? That's too cruel. That's... Professor, it's okay. Oh, they actually put her under the covers. I'm surprised they did that. But Colette, I'm sorry to worry everyone. Right now, things are a little difficult. Once I become a complete angel, it may be a lot easier, so don't worry, it's okay. But it's too hard on you. If you're tired, you want to sleep, don't you? Did she get tired, though? I thought she just didn't need sleep anymore. You know, like a Warforged or like something like that. There's no graphics. Yeah, well, it's a game from like, you know, 15 or plus years ago. So usually it's easier to have them rest on top of the bed, and there you go. Bob's your uncle. Don't you miss the taste of the foods you like? And you can't even feel the warmth of someone when you hold their hand. You should just stop this crazy world regeneration. Thank you, Sheena. If I quit now, all the people suffering throughout the world won't be saved. I was born for the sake of the world regeneration, so I'm going to make sure I do my job, okay? Yes, that is the fate of the chosen. Fate, which is actually impersonal, by the way. You did a study on fate versus predestination. Fate is impersonal. Is there anything we can do? Find some way where Colette doesn't have to become an angel? The world would be regenerated when the chosen becomes an angel. It's always been like that, and it probably always will be. So I don't think so. I think we're leading up to Ramiel being a trickster, and he's not actually. He's what he actually did a debate on predestination versus fatalism. Exactly, yeah. Like predestination it's accurate to say predestination versus fatalism because determinism and fatalism are two different things, right? Like fatalism is different from determinism, and predestination is a form of determinism. But I have been listening to a lot of James White recently, so it's on my mind. So you're really okay with things the way they are now? Yes, I'm going to become an angel. That's what Father wants too. Which one? I'm sure both of them do. Alright. Nicolette, the path you've chosen is not going to be easy, you know. Yes, Professor. I won't accept this. There has to be another way. I won't accept Yuna dying. What was I talking about? Right, so. Yeah, so like the Gnostics would have believed. Yep, Yuna, exactly, Aridin. The Gnostics would have believed that, like, you know, the physical is bad and the spiritual is good, right? So, it was one of the original heresies of the early church in the 1st century, and Christians don't believe that the spiritual is good, like our souls are good, but also our bodies, God made them as well, and they are equally good. They're fallen, but like when God first created them, they were made very good. God said they were very good, and so redeeming humanity is not just about redeeming the soul, but also redeeming the body. And as was mentioned in 1 Corinthians 15 by Grant there. So it's interesting that, you know, even though this game is it's a Japanese game, and it usually features a lot of Japanese themes, like Shintoism and Buddhist themes, which is very, very common. There's actually a bit of a theme there where it's like, well, it's bad that she is going to become an angel, right? Whereas maybe in some other games and stories, being an angel would just be a net gain. It would be like, well, now she gets to be a powerful person. Like she still gets to be a person, but she gets to be a person with superpowers, right? So, but anyway, that's sort of my theology brain coming out. I like talking about that kind of thing whenever it comes up. These games like this usually bring it up at some point. And now, because of Vesperia was the first one I played. I read that part already. Well, Vesperia I probably liked since it was my first one I ever played. I played it with my best friends. That can help. Playing a game with friends can like endear you to it, you know. And the storyline was really fun to watch and talk about with one another. Vesperia? No, I think you meant Zestria. Zestria is my favorite, even though I was alone, since it had so many biblical allusions in it, which was fun for me to watch. Right? Yeah, I same with me, where I'm like I can kind of think about the themes or like the terms and be like, oh, that's interesting how they chose to reimagine certain concepts. Let's see. For me, since I was a hardcore video game player, I never really cared about gameplay mechanics since I would just learn them. The main thing that kept me playing was the story, so if it had a bad story, it was really hard for me to finish. Interesting. Yeah, like, I'm usually the opposite, where, like yeah, I mean, like, it's important to have motivation. Like, you need to understand, like, why you're doing what you're doing, to a certain extent, but if the gameplay really hooks me, I can keep playing even though the gameplay is, the story is like not the best. Really, let's say you avenged your mother because your father killed your mother. What created the situation that forced dad to kill mom was Kavar, right? Indeed, it was a silly question. I'm sorry. No, don't worry about it. See, I suspect what's happening here, because the thing was, I just noticed that Kratos looked really sad there, like in that little shot there. It's like, you know, it's it's your father who actually killed Kavar. So I think one of two things. It's either Kratos was sad for Lloyd because, like, oh, Lloyd, you just don't understand. You didn't actually avenge him. It's either that or like Kratos knew his father. Kratos knew his father, and then his father killed his mother, and then Kratos had to kill his father. Something like that, maybe. I played some of the worst games ever created growing up. So many mechanics seemed fine to me. Really? Okay. Didn't mean for there to be a comma there. Worst of the worst games ever. Really? I haven't played too many bad games. Bring up some mechanics seems fine to me, right? So you're saying that your standard is so low that maybe Kratos is your father. Dun dun dun. It could be. Yeah, I mean that could also be why he would be sad, right? So like you're saying, Grant, is like your standards were so low that you're like any gameplay mechanics will do. Let's see. That seems good to me. I just saved, didn't I? Save it again. Dun 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 dun. Boltzmann's book. Yeah. And mysterious seal. Please run from the parents. Well, I'm gonna head over there now. Exactly. Dude, okay. Solely. I mean, Grant, whichever. Both names work. That usage of that emote just reminded me of how amazing I think Tanner's emotes are. They're so good. Like his recent one, the what's not Ornstein, Olstein Kappa is brilliant. I thought that was so brilliant. Yeah, like Thug Life Luther, so good. But my favorite one is the Ornstein, the Joel Olstein Kappa is so perfect. It fits his channel's like theme. It's incredibly like it's got like a kind of like clever inside joke. It's perfect. Everyone was voting on like, well, yeah, there it is. You say something heretical and but you're saying it sarcastically. You use the Olstein Kappa. It's perfect. That's the hard thing is like it's hard to like find like you want to find emotes that are like fun, that are kind of like inside jokes, kind of. Those are really fun ones to do. Designs are half elves. Yes, it said that they're almost entirely composed of half elves. Why'd you bring that up all of a sudden? I was just thinking they're the same blood I am. How can they do such terrible things? That's right, you're an elf. Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. And when I think about how they're at least half human, I have to wonder how they can do the things they do. Do you think it's because they're even persecuted? Because they treat us like cattle. Which came first, the chicken or the egg? The chicken, obviously, but he's answering more from a philosophical perspective, I guess. There's no answer. Like it's just a big old looparoonie. How did I end up over here? I need to head to the Tower of Mana, which is this way. Yeah, I need like, what I need is like more things happening on my channel, and more like viewers and stuff, so that way I can have things happen, and then people go, you know what we should do? We should make that an emote, right? But then again, I don't really have that. I don't really have that many emote slots. I just have my first 3. I got close to a new emote. I had at one point 12 subs, and I need 15 subs for a new emote slot.
Let's hurry on.
I have my 2 of my like sub emotes, but they're kind of different. Where like I have a nervous me.
This is gonna be a piece of cake. No way.
2 archer dudes. I have like a faux I'm one step away from a new emote slot, but I don't know how to make emotes, so I haven't even used the ones I already have. What? No way! You're that close? Grant, that's awesome. That's awesome. You've made so much progress in like such a little time. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, thank you, Aaron. That's like Mifuki Sweaty. Like that's kind of like, hey, everything's cool. It has to be updated though, because that's an older emote, and I got eye surgery in February. And so that's why it has glasses. I used to always need glasses.
No way.
And then I saved up for eye surgery, and now I don't need them anymore. So. Yeah, that's why I'm so much more hopeful, since I have really not done anything at all, and God has continued to grow the channel, so I clearly see His presence at work. That's right. Yeah. Clearly you're doing something right. This is just super awesome. You know, you're in a niche that's working, and it's really good. And there's definitely a community building. The community I'm seeing between Tanner and you and like Dustin is really encouraging, and there's a lot to look forward to in the coming months and years, maybe. Lord willing. Oh, there's a thing there.
Reinforcements, huh? Okay.
Okay.
Here we go. Sonic sword ray.
Lightning.
Angel feathers.
Didn't kill it. Oh, maybe we did.
Sonic sword ray. Photon. Sonic sword ray.
Oops.
Sonic sword. All right.
Hey, should I cook something? I'm getting full on certain ingredients. I have no idea how this works though. Oh, another new thing I plan on doing is having different people from my community come on and talk about their testimony, their life, their channel, just so people can get to know each other more. Nice, yeah, that's good. That's a good idea. I know a few people that would be good to get in touch with you as well, like Caleb M. Powers, and Wachula was here last stream, and he's another good guy to get in touch with. I did something like that with him, only it wasn't a testimony, it was more about like analyzing Final Fantasy X, its themes, its religious themes, and kind of relating them to the Christian worldview. So that's what I did for him, with him. Yeah, oh, that's right, you were there. That's right, you were there, Grant, for that. Oh, is this how this works? You can cook food to heal yourself too, and get a buff. That makes sense. You should save cooking for, I guess, maybe when you need to heal. It's locked still. Yeah, so definitely for me, like, it'd be like Wachula and Caleb M. Powers, I think. Caleb M. Powers' new Twitch streams have been really good. He does his usual D&D stuff and his RPG streams. Then he also does, he's still doing the Christian Artist streams on Monday nights, and then he's also doing a new show with a friend of his. His name's Angel, called Disagree With Me. He uploads it on his YouTube channel, and Disagree With Me is really cool. It's like literally it's a show where it's like he wants to have someone on the show who disagrees with him, and they have a very a frank but civil discussion about why they disagree and stuff like that. But definitely recommend you go to his channel, Caleb M. Powers. I don't know if I have. I'm not sure if I can do that here, even. Can I do this? Caleb, huh? Hang on. Wait, no spaces, maybe? Yes, that's the one. Oh, he's hosting me. Oh, I didn't know. Thanks, man. He has me on auto host. Okay, so that's what I'm talking about, right? Like we can have like a community, right? The one challenging thing is like balancing Twitch with real life. You know you have a lot of real life commitments and stuff, and it's so tough to be in everyone's stream. Like I want to be in everyone's stream, but it's so hard to do that. You know, sometimes. You know, Vision card, Lloyd told Party about the cringes. Succeed in destroying that as well. Like, I feel bad, you know what I mean? Like, I feel bad sometimes where it's like, I want to be at everyone's stream, but I only have enough time sometimes to be like, hey guys, what's going on? Exclamation mark lurk. And I feel like I want to be like more in the community, but it can be hard to balance. You're finishing off Kavar, Lloyd told Party about the changes that have been coming. I guess we should just head back to Lewin for now. Yeah, that is what has been happening to me recently. Since the more I get to know, and the more people that stream at the same time, it's true. Most people stream in the same similar time zones because most of us are North American, right? In the evening, the harder it is to talk to everyone. It's true, right? That's why it's like, if people don't show up for my streams, it's totally cool. Like I don't expect that. I would like you guys to show up for my streams, and I want to show up for your streams, right? But I know that you guys don't owe me anything.
This is gonna be a piece of
and
cake.
I know, I assume that if you can't make it, there's a good reason for it, and it's totally fine, right?
Was that a bit too much?
Therefore, I am trying my best to connect with all of them so we can just join with one another, right? Yeah. Community, right? And it can be hard to do that. Well, if only there was a cool guy who is in the Eastern time zone who streams in the morning. Airden's... Fill it in for me. Fill it in for me. What? How dare you? Autocomplete for me. There it is. Need to get faster on that. But yes. Airden streams on in the mornings. And definitely recommend you the Airden also check out, you know, Pastor Tanner and everyone. I had so many follows just on Tuesday. It's just that, yeah, Airden go and follow like Vector X and Pastor Tanner and Dustbuster. But yeah, Airden's a good guy. As you can see, He's been a very loyal viewer. He has a first badge. He's a mod, one of my mods, and he's also auto-hosting me. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Aridin. So, you know, together we can create a really positive, fun community, and I wanna be part of a community that is positive and likes to have fun with each other, right? But is also not afraid to ask tough questions, to seek out tough answers. You know, I like to host people that want to have fun, but also want to aren't ashamed, right? That's actually why I joined the Unashamed Network. My schedule was all messed up because of the COVIDs. Yes, I know all about that, about messed up schedules. I joined Unashamed Network, and then I got sick, and I couldn't stream. So it's like I lost a lot of momentum with them. But you know, I'm still on the team and stuff. They're just ashamed that I got sick right then. Yeah, schedules being messed up is definitely commonplace these days. Master Tanner and I are trying opposite approaches right now. Interesting. Opposite approaches? How so? The ranch was destroyed, but this city will never recover. Pastor Tanner is trying to get join all the Christian networks to see how that works. I see. Right. Yeah, I'm not a part of God Squad. I'm a part of just Unashamed, and that's working okay so far. But there's a lot of members also, so I'm trying to join no networks since it causes divisions among some people. Yeah, and I guess it depends on what kinds of divisions that there are, right? Because there can be like divisions for some good reasons and some for bad reasons, right? Because some people think this network is bad, so I'm not going to watch anyone in it. I see what you're saying. Yeah, that makes some sense. You know, it's like a TV show. You know, if you don't like the network, maybe you won't watch a certain TV show or whatever. And ask if I'm part of a network, so when I say no, I can speak with them, so to try and hit more of the community. I see. Okay, yeah. I don't think either approach is like the wrong approach. Like we went over like last time, right? Or like an hour ago we were talking about that. Grant says he's hitting those in the networks. I'm trying to hit those who avoid the networks. And I think that's good. I think the two-pronged approach will actually be really helpful. The pincer approach. Yeah, it's about trying to speak to the most amount of people. Yeah, and just see where your niches are, right? Oh dear, what to do? The path to Hema is much too dangerous. But kids are hungry and waiting for me to do what I'm going to do. Right, so this is a teleporting man. Is he the power man? That's the issue. With the key, I can't even I wonder what that monster is now. Does it appear in cities that aren't destroyed as well? Okay, well, let's go over to Hina, I guess. Or Hima. What's that? It looks like there's something going on in the front of the inn. Oh, battle music. Oh, another one. Oh no! Stop. This is our prey. Clark, stop. We want to save you. Please calm down. Ah. Darn, after that monster. What, Professor, are you alright? Yes. Go ahead, drop this. This is the tower, key to the tower now. Wait, there's the key. Clara has the one who took the key to the tower. Hope she's safe. I wonder why she took the key. Let's go to the tower and get the boltzmann. Yep. Oh, loudness. So, this is why I really enjoy you, Tanner, and Johnny, as we aren't really connected, or sorry, not really concerned about the politics, but just to want to reach people in whatever way possible. some say there are Christian streamers, Christian gamers, and then gamers who are Christian. They try to say some are better or worse than others. But I say, as you said, all are necessary for planting seeds and watering seeds, and yeah, and God giving the growth, ultimately. So we need to work together as one for God to cause the increase. Nice, Grant. Yeah, see, I think you have a really good attitude about it. It's really good. Yeah, there are some who are going to be focusing more, and Tanner mentioned this, like, you know, his stream is, he plays games too, but he's more focusing on, like, his sermon prep and stuff like that, right? Where I play more games, I play a certain kind of game, and I also play a little more games more, but I also, I'm not really concerned about, like you said, the politics. I'm not concerned about, like, follow for follow, or, you know, how to get viewers fast kind of stuff. Like, the viewers that will want to stick around will stick around, and ones that don't, right? And, like, I put it this way, I guess, a lot of my streams, like my Saturday night streams, for a while, was just me, right? Like, it was just me talking to the mic by myself, which is totally fine. Because, you know, what I do during those streams is I study, right? It's a good excuse to study. So.
I beg of thee to reveal thy glory.
But I definitely
That was just warming
don't, like, begrudge a Christian who just wants to play games, you know, like, who wants to be a gamer who is Christian, you know. I think that it's important to make that clear, you know. You know, we don't want to look just like the world, right? We want to be a little bit different, and stand out in a way that is positive. Yeah, so we're trying to find a good foundation of people who are willing to get more focused on God's work and not the politics of it. So that is why I was hoping to get you involved as well, because I think if God allows, you would be another good base to talk with in how to move forward with this community that God's growing. Yeah, I'm totally down for that. I've been wanting to do that for a while.
Okay.
Just like redeeming time, right? I've always, as a kid, I've always loved playing games, right? I found that really fun. But then, you know, as I got older, I'm like, I want to do something more than just play games like by myself in, you know, in my room kind of thing. I want to be with other people, and I want to help them. Okay, okay. I have this to say. What really clinched it for me was I was watching a bigger streamer. He wasn't a Christian, but he's like one of those like bigger streamers who has like 3,000 viewers on an average stream. And during one particular thing I was watching him do, the amount of donations he was getting. That's not the reason why, but the amount of donations he was getting with the text saying something like, you know, I was going through a really hard time, and you helped me through it. And I was like, I mean, like, his community is good and it's strong, right? But like he's playing games for the internet. Like, it's not really like a really life-changing experience. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope you'll be generous with your interpretation of what I'm trying to say. Where it's like, I love playing games and I played them for hours and hours, but like, for someone to like donate to you and say like, you helped me through a really hard time, and I'm like,
this is gonna be a piece of cake.
How?
No way.
so when I heard that, I was like, you know what I want to do? I want to stream video games, but I also want to give people a really good reason to say like, you helped me. You know, because I'm a Christian, I can actually help them. Like, I can help them more than just like kind of distracting them from how sad they feel. You know, I can give them the gospel, which is way better than just temporarily distracting you. So doesn't mean that I'm not saying the video games are bad or anything like that. I'm not saying that. It's just having a balance, you know. And when I have, you know, when a Christian has the truth that can actually help people tangibly and really get better, you know, like actually beyond just distractions, giving them a true foundation that is always there, unlike us streamers who come and go. I'm not pointing them to ourselves, but to Christ, right? Yeah. Like I can't do anything without Christ, right? So like that's my focus. And I know that if the day comes that someone like gives me bits or something, and the message says, "You really helped me," like that'll be so huge, because that'll make this whole production like worth it. Like it'll be the like, obviously, like I'll have more goals beyond that, but that'll be like the first goal where I'll be like, someone donated to me just so they could tell me I was helped by what you said or whatever, right? Because I have Christ, because I have the gospel, I can help them. I can actually help them. I want to be to help people while also being entertaining, you know, like, and you know, like during a game, I'm willing to just be like kind of like shoot the breeze and like kind of be goofy or whatever, and then like if at any point like someone comes in and asks a question or just or whatever, I want to be able to just be like, okay, let's just talk about that now, you know, like no topics off limits. Right? I know a lot of streamers, one of their like chat rules is like, don't talk about politics, don't talk about religion, and I think like that's fine. Like it's totally fine if you want to do that, but like I think that a lot can be gained from talking about politics and religion, given as long as it's given a proper conduit for discussion. Over here gives one of these little ones. Yeah, Matthew 10:42. Chapter verse is so good. That's literally all my stream is. Yeah, like see, like you have a different like approach, right? Your streams are more study focused, which is like super cool. One thing that I wish I could be in your streams more often, but like you're a late night streamer, and I read what you said in Tanner's VOD, one of the VODs that you mentioned, like why you decided to stream later in the night. I think that's great. Right, you're around to chat when everyone else is getting ready to wrap up for the night. So once again, so niches, right? The community, we can like cover our bases, right? Cover our bases via like the games we like to play and like people who like to watch us play those games. Cover our bases in terms of like personalities and stuff like that. We cover our bases in terms of time zone, right? If we can all like, maybe not all, but if we could like be playing or be streaming close to each other, that way we can like raid each other and stuff like that. That would be cool, right? Like I'm gonna wrap up, assuming the stream continues to be stable. I'll wrap up in like an hour, 20 minutes or so, and then like I'll see who's around and I'll raid them. And I'll give priority. Like I have like a priority system on who I raid. I raid like, it depends on who's watching either, right? Like if it's just me, if I'm just by myself, I usually don't raid because it's like, I don't know, raiding with one person seems kind of, I don't know, it's kind of like, oh, one person raid is like you're kind of like trying to get attention to yourself when it's like a one person raid. But like if it's like multiple people in the stream, I usually raid people, and I have like a hierarchy of who I choose to raid. That's why you don't raid, Eridan? I'm sorry. Yeah, it's a really, yeah, you stream in like a really tough time zone because you're a North American streamer who streams during the day, and so it's like I lurk like, oftentimes in your channel. But like I'm usually working, so I can't like stay a lot of times and like participate. Wait, I should progress this part of this scene here. Yeah, Pastor Tanner and I are hoping to try and get Christian streamers streaming, at all points of the game, so we can continue raiding from one streamer to the next. Yeah, that'd be so cool. Like, we need like a raid train. Oh, it'd be so sick. Ugh. Yeah, that's fine. I don't stream to get big and famous or anything. I do it for fun. Yeah, you can't stream for that, right? If you stream with the intention to get big and famous, like, you're just gonna get like bitter about it. Because honestly, my like talking about like small goals, right? Like, yeah, you have me have like a big, huge goal at the end, but like my like small time goal is like, you know, get a message someday about being like someone being like, I was helped by what you said. And my other like goal that I want to achieve someday, that might be sooner than I think, up to God, is like, I want like a core of like 10 regulars. If I had like 10 regulars in my stream, that would be I don't even know. I'm not sure what I would do with that. I don't even know how I would move forward after that. Because that would be like my long, that right now has been my long-term goal for a while, just like to have 10 regulars. Not to be a big shot. It's just that, so that way you can have like, people to talk to, right? Because streaming is fun by yourself when you're just like talking and thinking out loud, but it's a blast. There's been a handful of times where I had like 15 people like talking and stuff in chat, and it's so fun. Oh my goodness. Everyone reacting and like emoting in the chat and stuff. Oh, it's so fun. I love it. You know, having like that community. I'm not even sure if I would even want. God is good on the move. Amen. I'm not even sure if I would even want like a massive Twitch following. Like, I don't know. It's up to the Lord, right? But it seems like really tough. It'd be really tough to have like a regular, like, to have a regular stream that have like 1,000 people in it. I feel like that would be really hard to manage. Like, you wouldn't be able to read all of it, like the chat, and like talk to people, a lot of people, because you would be like, they'd be going so fast that you wouldn't even be reading it. Then again, I guess maybe there are other tools you can use to make it more manageable to do. You go with me and one other person. Okay, well, I'm gonna go with Kratos because he can heal. Yeah, I trust God will give us what we need as He equips us to handle it. Right. That's right. Right? Well, you know, let's not fret about tomorrow when we have enough worries for today, right? And I feel like once I say that, Grant's going to immediately react, because he's very quick about it, about this kind of thing. He's now been triggered, and he will now proceed to post what I think he's going to post. You can read my mind.
Take them down quickly.
Based upon what I just said.
Work.
Yes! You're a mind reader! I knew you could do it. You did not disappoint.
Sorry.
That's okay. I put you on the spot.
I was just warming up.
I'm saving someone else at the same time. Dude, you're... How many chats do you have open right now?
Don't let up.
I mean, I don't blame you. I usually have... I think, honestly, like, the average amount of tabs I have open on my like, browsing PC is probably like 20. I probably have like 20 tabs open. You're probably supposed to. You actually read that. Grant posted Matthew 6:34. Therefore, do not be anxious about tomorrow, for tomorrow will be anxious for itself. Sufficient for the day is its own trouble. Well, I just remember asking me about why pray if God is sovereign. So I'm talking to him about that as I'm talking to you. Oh yeah. That's a good question. Of course, the answer I always give is that prayer doesn't change God, because you can't make God better than he already is.
Go all out.
God's doing exactly like he's perfect, and he's doing exactly what what is good and what is right. And we often have a very often we are influenced very highly by non-biblical perspectives. In this case, it would be, you know, the idea that you can entreat the gods and they can grant you favor. That is not the biblical like paradigm. Like the idea that, well, if you please the gods, they will give you you know, good crops and stuff like that, right? And so there's always like a give and take, and it's like it's not really what prayer is about. Prayer is more about aligning your heart to the heart of God.
No way.
Oh. And we have sort of this idea, this view that God is sort of like he's like a genie, right? He's there to do what we ask him to do, right? And that's just not the way to do it. Are you telling me all my ghost sacrifices have been pointless? Well, yeah, I guess so. Yes, and me out of it though. Yeah, I would be sweating too. Gee, I wonder what I should do here. Is it possible for the blood of bulls and ghosts to take away sins? Right. People will try though. People will sure as heck try, because it's just within fallen human nature to try to save oneself, to be your own savior. So what am I looking at here? There's four circles. What does this do? What is this puzzle? I'm looking for interactable points here. It appears that it's just this box. How does this relate to these circles? I mean, this is clear what you do. You put this on here, but that's maybe it's too obvious. Yeah, actually, I want to do some more streams in the next coming weeks and months as well, because just to make up for the streams I lost in April. I pretty much didn't stream at all. I think it was April, and I want to make up for that. I stream 3 times a week just because other real life stuff I was gonna say gets in the way, but that's not the correct vocabulary. It would be real life stuff requires my attention. So, but I would love to stream more often and be in your guys' streams and all of that. And I think as you start meeting more people in this community, more people will start to visit the stream. Yeah, it really is about networking. Do not that's tip number 1, I think. After the basic stuff, you know, have a schedule or whatever, right? The next major thing is network, which is usually super hard. But what you need to do is you need to figure out what your for lack of a better term, what your brand is. Everyone has a brand, right? A brand is not only something that is something for products, but rather it's for people. Like, you have a brand of your own. People know you as this person or that person, right? And so when they think of this or that, they think of you, right? That's kind of the way brands work, you know. You think of chips, and you might go, you might think, oh, like Doritos or something like that. You might think Miss Vicky's, right? Like, these are brand names, and so people have brands too, where people think of you when they think about X, Y, Z. Oh! Ring on the orb? Oh, you mean on this? Oh, that was a good thinking, though. Let me expand my Discord. Currently, it's the database for... Yeah, the idea of a database, right? Amount of ideas. We'll have to keep thinking about it. Yeah, but Grant, for example, like, you to me have branded yourself as like a community liaison. Like, I know when I think of like, who do I think of when I think about a person that would know, that have connections and know other Christian streamers, and I go, oh, it's Grant. Like that, and your study streams, right? Like, who can I go to watch, like, to see, like, get in-depth analysis on the Book of Genesis? I'm like, oh, like Grant, right? That's brands. And so, like, part of that is like your Discord. So that when I think to myself, like, I wonder where I could find like a database for Christian music sermons, debates, presentations. I'm like, well, I could try Grant's Discord because that's a good place for it. And so it just kind of goes on like that. And then, of course, the way viewers work is like, it's kind of similar, where like they value the things that you do or say, or the way you approach things, and they find value in that, and so they want to hang out in your stream and stuff, right? And no one can really tell you what things you should or should not value in terms of like a Christian or any stream really, but a Christian stream as well. Like, there are some Christian streams that, even though they're Christian, they don't really like appeal to me. But I know that they appeal to other people, right? We are a body, and so like, not everyone's a foot, not everyone's a hand or an eye or an ear, but we can't say that we don't have need of those other parts, right? Other constituent parts. What the heck is the solution to this puzzle? There's an arrow. This arrow is pointing over here. There's a triangle. There's 4. It feels like there's this corner, right? And these 3 corners are octagonal. This one is flat though. Thanks. I was wondering how to do promos on my channel. Right now I made Bible studies, just talking, community, and gaming. Think of any other categories? Meaning community games, right? Yeah. Yeah, it really depends, Grant, on what you want to do as well. There's a certain degree, there is just like what you want to do, and that in itself can help to figure out what you want your channel to be about. It's easy for me because, like, what do I love doing? Playing games and talking about theology. So like, that's an easy call for me. And I plan on this to not be my own Discord, but instead just allow it to continue expanding as more people have ideas, right? So yeah, it's like a compendium of sorts, which is interesting. It's like a database, a gathering of many materials, right? I think it's good too. What's good too about it too is like I think that there's a niche that you and Tanner and those guys are filling, which is like the reformed niche that has not really been filled that much yet. Like reformed thinking specifically, because there are streamers, Christian streamers who are like other like persuasions and denominations. That in itself stands out. It's true. This is a reformed community for the most part. I didn't even think about that. Yeah. So like that's another sort of niche that you're carving out for yourself. Just gotta be a solution to this puzzle. But do I do this? What's this? We don't have the time to delay. Let's hurry. I'm trying, Kratos. Wish they are all right. Don't say things like that. I apologize. Okay, that's nothing. That doesn't do anything. What about these statues? And you know what, Grant? Much like denominations, it's okay if we have them. And I wonder if the others are okay. Splitting up like this kind of makes you nervous. Even if it's only temporary, it means we're splitting our strengths, so we have to be careful. Yeah, we need to try and join the others as soon as we can. The game keeps telling me, like, that scene was literally just like, we should probably hurry up. You're right, you're right, Colette, we should. Yeah, that's right. I'm trying, I don't understand this puzzle at all. There's nothing interactable outside this box. And it's stuck in this section. This is gonna be great for the VOD. But yeah, same thing with denominations, right? Where it's okay that there's different denominations, right? As long as like we're still Orthodox, right? Like I've learned so much from my Presbyterian brothers, right? But I'm not a Presbyterian. Like I've learned so much from them. When I think about like the FLF network and like Fight Left Feast network and Cross Politic and like Doug Wilson, he's a Presbyterian, but I'm not. But our best dialogues with James White and Doug Wilson is great, right? Even though they don't agree on everything, they're still okay with each other, right? Okay. Got it. I tried using the fire on everything in the room, and I didn't think to use it on this curtain. And Michael Brown, yeah, exactly, Grant. So, but yeah, actually, I'm really thankful that the first person I ever encountered, like the first person who led me to Reformed theology and to Calvinism, was Michael Brown. You were half right, yeah, I heard it. Oh, sorry, not Michael Brown, James White, because of the relationship that he has with Michael Brown and with Doug Wilson, right? Despite what people say about James White, he's actually a very, very reasonable person, and very understanding and very willing to accept differences. Yeah, right. I guess I would say, what? Yeah, that's a different thing. Actually, no, this is true. The very, very first thing I ever heard about Calvinism. I've only been a Reformed thinker for like 4 years, maybe 5 years. The first thing I ever heard, must be like someone apparatus somewhere. Look, can you see the side? Was a debate between Michael Brown and James White about predestination, and you know, I've always tried to be like an honest searcher for what is true, right, and what's reasonable. And by the end of that debate, I was so frustrated because I was like, yeah, okay, I could see I could definitely agree with Michael Brown because I was an Armenian, right? But I was so frustrated because I was like, I don't know who to believe now because I couldn't disagree with what James White was saying. I was like, okay, they're now both right. So I was really confused and frustrated at that time. I remember that. And from there, I was like, I gotta see more of this guy's stuff, the James White stuff. And I was like, I watched a lot of his, his Radio Free Genevas, and I'm like, I was blown away. It's just, and now I'm like a James White fanatic. Like, I don't watch it. I listen to like every one of his programs. Like he's been pumping out the shows because he's been live streaming more often because of COVID, right? There it is. Yeah, that's the James White emote from Tanner. But yeah, he's been streaming a lot more often, like almost every day, and I've been listening to almost every episode. It's like, it's just so good. The way he explained Calvinism to me made so much sense. It like, so even though I'm like, I go to a non-denominational church and I'm not technically like Reformed, like officially, I'm essentially Reformed. You know what I mean? Like, it's just like, how much has he been streaming? Well, usually he only has enough time because he's always like traveling everywhere. He only has enough time for like a couple streams a week. But because of COVID and stuff, he's been streaming like almost every day. So, oh yeah. Oh, sorry. You weren't asking. You were speaking a statement. Sorry. I love how much he's been streaming more. Right. Yeah, me too. There's no lack of things to talk about. And it's also, oh, there's the book. Coin a Geek says it has been really beneficial for the church too. Right? Yeah. Coin a Geek is from Apologia Church, right? It would be difficult for me to use these local healing arts if we at least had some sort of truly amplified the body's life force, sort of thing that you need. Yeah, that's so cool. I didn't know that there was just a guy on Twitch doing that, so I'm glad that he told me about that. There's a horned moon primarily for elven medicine, medical herb. So James White found the emote hilarious. That's so weird. Are you telling me James White knows that there's a Twitch emote of him? Also, speaking of that, talking about branding, right? Tanner's branding is on point. Like, I love that he has his like sound cue when someone, I think it's when someone gives bits, or is it when someone follows? There's a sound cue of James White saying, "This is the biggest group of snowflakes I've ever seen." That's such a good. The bits one is James White. It's so funny. Oh man. Oh, I can switch control to different parties. Okay. Prosperity of Balcraft Dynasty. This ruler of Balcraft Dynasty was the Empress Aisha the Eighth. Not only was she intelligent, but she was said to be very beautiful. Her name is still very common today due to the prosperity during her reign. I'm not sure how much I should read this or treat tragedy. Nor the chosen at the time arrived at Efreet's temple that was located in the center of Old Triet in order to perform the ritual of regeneration. One of the priests became violent during the ritual, and the Crucius Unleash the wrath of God. Small G. This is the beginning of what became known as Efreet's Hellfire. Ultimate recipe. This recipe is kept safe by the Wonder Chef family. It is said that mere words cannot describe this taste, and it will bring a smile to anyone. Wait, the first leader had an 8th in her name. Good catch. I did not catch that. Yeah, that's true. That's weird. The Dark Dark Chef Alliance is also after the recipe, and the Bloody Kitchen battle wages on. Totally straight-faced. Definitely not a joke there. Wish of a priest. When you join the Church of Martel, you must journey to Iselia, known as the Village of Oracles. You will then train at the Martel Temple, located north of the village, for 1 year. The training is said to be extremely taxing, and more than half give up every year. And there's one more bookshelf here. Nope, that's a door. Oh, she also has the ring. That's weird. The solution to both puzzles was just push the block in the middle. I still don't get why this is shaped like this, though. This octagon. Want to become famous? Want to buy followers, primes, and views on that link that is not a hyperlink, because I do not want my chat being full of spammers. Isn't it ironic that we were talking about that? We were just talking about that in chat. Airden, you can go ahead and remove that text if you want. We were just talking about, do I want to become famous? Not really. I'm good. Yeah, Airden right now doesn't have that many duties as a modder, but that might change in the future. Moon robe. Lunar guard. Hey, it's like the only person who talks in my chat is good. Oh man, that's good. I'm sorry. No, that's so sad. Don't say that. What? Sad. That's sad. Cry face. What's like the global like sad face emote? I actually don't know what that is. I memorized a few of them. Like, I know about Monk S and also LOL is spammed everywhere. Okay, so right, things. I got things. Moon robe. Only +1 defense. Oh, we got the Holy Ring from way ages ago. Of course, 1% of max HP at fixed rate during battle. That seems really good. White robe. I have the lunar thing. I think that's for Colette. I also got 2 gems here. Give her this, and I want her to have T-type, which is a power of spell attack. So she doesn't attack. No, she uses photon. Boom. I don't know how to remove it. When I switch to mod view, it's cleared the chat for me. I think you just go over to his name, right? You go, highlight, because you have like a mod ability, like you have like a little sword icon in the bottom right where chat is. if you're a modder. I honestly don't know how to do it either because I've never had to do it. There it is. Ban that guy. Or block a report. I'm not sure how to actually remove the... time him out. Boop. There you go. I banned him. If you click on him, you can you see like a small profile of his stuff, of like your profile of what you are and stuff. If I go over here and click on you, Aridin, I can see that how long you've been following me and when your account was created and who you are and all that. Oh, I thought you wanted to either remove the post and not just ban him. That also would have been... That would have been good. I don't like to ban people if I don't have to. Even though I'm pretty sure that he was like a spam bot. I try to keep my ban lists very, very short. Unless it's something serious, but yeah. I need to look up how to like do more mod things. I've never had to do it before, so I don't blame you for like not knowing and stuff. I've been streaming for so long, but I've never had like a big enough stream to worry about that kind of thing. Where on that? Okay. Do I need to make all of these move? Let's see. That moves down that way. If I push it over... this over here will make it shine through these. Okay. Which is what I want, I guess. This music really reminds me of Kingsfield. I figured it out. Brilliant. Excellent. You now know more than I do about how to mod. That's why I've entrusted you with the powers. I know I can trust you with the modding powers. Oh, no, not that. Still no clue on that. Oh, okay. Never mind. I mean, frankly, I think there are a lot of people in my chat at this point. Oh, you figured out the puzzle. Oh, okay. There's a lot of people in my chat who I wouldn't mind being modders that I can trust. Like Grant, I could easily mod him without a problem. Absolutely no qualms about that. Figure out this puzzle, did you? Wish I could figure it out. I have to shine it through. I could shine it through this one. We do this. That. And then no, that's wrong. Need to get this one. There's no let light hit the top orb. Okay. And then make it bend. Okay, if I do, yeah. If I do this. Left and down. And split. And there's it's lightly to tell where then left. Bend the light left. That one you're not using. This one? Go between the orbs. Yeah, thanks for I don't mind. I know that I usually don't allow backseating, but I'm okay with backseating for this. I'm not very good at these kinds of puzzles. Oh, I see. Because of the way that it's shaped, it splits both ways. Okay. Because it bounces off both sides. Yeah. I see. What did that do? I wasn't even paying attention to what it actually did. Okay, oh yeah, I made that bridge. I made the bridge. Okay, got it. This is, Hype Unicorn. That's a new one. Oh. Stinger Ring. Oh, right, I got the Holy Ring. I forgot about that. Well, I'll put that on. It is not an accessory, though. It seems. I got it during a hype train on Pro Jared stream. Oh, nice! Hype train. Oh, it's a Falcrum. Also have an EX gem. Let's see. Max TP. Modifies damage. This is a type T. Decrease non-battle TP consumption to 1 at save points. Increases auto defense. Usually nullifies damage received. That seems pretty good. Even if it's a low chance, I'll go with that. Actually, that brings up another good point about like streaming in general. I've noticed is like you really have to like stream, or not stream. You have to like try to like be part of like smaller communities, because you get like lost in all of the other people otherwise.
You're going down. Are you all ready?
Well, ultimately, it's all about like what kind of community you want to be a part of, right? Oh, dead.
Life seal. Get him. No way. Blast. Life seal. Photon.
What's on? Boom. Okay, now I figured out the chat thing. Man, you're just figuring everything out. Oh, white silver. You have the power now?
Be careful, everyone.
Okay, prove it to me. Erase the message that you just sent. The Eye of the Power one.
Photon. How was that?
Life seal.
Waiting for it.
Pancake time. Stalagmite. Life seal.
Okay, so funny story. Is it funny though?
So that's the weakness.
I question. I can't remove mine. Oh, that makes sense. I guess you couldn't remove mine either. That would be quite the abuse of power if you could remove my messages. I was about to type something in chat, but I realized that probably won't work either. This one's an octagon. Octagon. Okay, nothing in this room, it looks like. Just move on, I suppose. Oh!
One fight after another.
These Grim Reaper
No way.
dudes.
Get him. Like
Get out of
that.
here.
Hey, not too bad.
Light, photon.
Oh, photon him.
So that's the
Get him.
weakness.
Like fireball.
How much damage that does, man.
Light seal. Come get some. Air thrust.
Air thrust.
No
Boom.
way. Light seal. That was
There, thank you. Okay, I wasn't sure if anyone was getting that reference. I kept saying it and just be like, maybe someone will get it eventually. Octagon. It has, what does he say? It has eight awesome sides and 8 awesome angles or something like that. I want to save this level 2 gem. Guard plus personal. Dodge dash personal. I'll get the Sheena. Something like that, I haven't seen it in years. If you're a bad, gotta see it now. Okay. Okay. That's fair. Slows the reaction time of the enemies in dungeons. Reaction time. So she's a, what is she, an S? She's a T. Well, she doesn't have to be T, but I've made her a T. Oh, that, let's give her an S. Oh, hearts. There seem to be magic technology machines here as well. Let's try stepping onto that round pedestal. Dialogue like that to me is just so pointless. Like, why don't you just have me step on it? 8 fantastic sides and 8 awesome angles. Yes, that's it. And all the variations of it, like what do you call those? The YouTube poops, where it's like octagon. Yeah, actually, would be best to proceed before we proceed. Okay. That. Alright, so here we are. Save the game. We're good on orange gels. I'm good. I'm good. Let me just save the game here. Save the game? What's a game? Oh, a game. Out of the way, Arimon.
No way! Take it!
That's the wrong way.
Honor us with the splendor of thy
No way.
song. Holy song!
Sword rain! Take it!
Killing a sword with a sword.
Take it! Sonic sword rain! Take it! Take it!
Take.
All right.
Cross here. Here we go. Later in the video, he says 8 glorious sides and 8 stunning angles. 8 stunning 8 stunning angels. I think you misspelled that. Try standing on the pedestal if it's the same as the entrance to Sebastian open up. Oh no, you've been touched by an angle. Puts triangle on you. Yeah, I talk. I don't spell. You got a problez? I mean, if you're gonna be like that, it's gonna be like that. I guess I should just read your words verbatim. I give up. I can't find a bot for free that will auto post when people go live on Discord. So I'll just make it self promo. Yeah, I think who is it now? Unashamed Network has an Autobot. Yeah, it's an Autobot for people going live. I can't seem to get it to work for me for whatever reason, but it's something like that. I don't know how they do it, but oh, whoa, but for free you said. Oh yeah, for free. That's a different thing. Autobots post. That's true. Free is a tough cookie to crumble. All right, boost. Is it boost fight? Definitely boost fight. Look at this build up right here. Phew, man, I'm tired. That's because you're always like, overexcited in the beginning. It's mana. Yep, we're gonna fight a boss. Oh man, I don't like having mod icons on.
This is going to be an arduous battle.
I think it's because. Oh wow, not bad.
Oh.
Let's use some magic lenses here. I know that beside others' name, I have 3 options. Yeah, like the mod symbol, I think overrides some other symbols. So like, I'm gonna have Colette use it. Sure.
No way!
Holy cow! Look at this knockback, man.
First aid.
Ready?
First no way!
Don't overdo it. First aid.
Holy song!
That's good. This guy loves knocking me around, man.
First aid.
Don't overdo it. First aid.
She buffed me, which is good.
Hellhammer!
Take this.
Sorry.
First aid.
A hard time with. Delete message, give them timeout or ban them. I don't want to accidentally hit to ban someone. Oh, I see. Well, if you accidentally do that by accident, I have the power to like undo it, right? It feels a little strange to hear to say that, right?
Are you okay?
Don't overdo it. First aid.
No way!
Oh, what the heck?
Sonic
What's that?
Whirlwind!
How we doing? Still a ways to go.
Are you
Don't
okay?
overdo it.
First aid.
Sonic sword!
Don't overdo it. First aid.
Feudal.
Hellhammer!
No
Work.
way!
Don't overdo
Ready?
it.
First aid! Sonic sword!
Let's see, Colette. Use your apple gel.
Sword ring!
Here.
Don't overdo it. First aid.
Don't get in my way.
So you can summon dudes. You can like push you back to
First aid.
Don't overdo it.
Sword ring.
First aid.
Holy song!
rebuff for that. Oh no! Use photon. I don't want to use melange gels. Too precious. Use an
Don't
apple.
overdo it. First aid.
Here.
Won't work. Take this. First aid.
I can't.
No way!
Are you okay? First aid.
Don't overdo it. First aid.
Don't get in my way. Are you okay?
Don't overdo
First
it.
aid.
First aid.
Let's see. You need more gel.
Don't overdo it. First aid.
Ready? First aid.
Sonic sword ring!
Take this. First
No
aid.
way. Honor
Work.
us. Are you okay? First
Holy
aid.
song!
This is a Pegasus. You're gonna have knives on its ankles. It appears so, and it kind of like sprays them out. Like it sprays them out when it wants to attack me. I'm trying to figure out what's a good way of killing this guy. He's pretty tough.
You okay?
Don't overdo it.
Oh, laser!
You okay? Are you okay? First aid.
So he's in phase 2 now, is that the idea?
Take this. First aid.
Don't get in my way.
Oh, he stunned me. Come on, come on.
Are you okay?
Take this.
Gross. Yeah, it's pretty strange.
First aid.
No. I think I'd like to have Colette use the gels because these guys need to heal.
Whoops. You okay?
Sorry. Forgive me.
No.
Okay.
Careful. Won't work.
Sorry. Ready? First
Here
aid.
we go.
Don't overdo it.
Angel feathers. Photon.
Lightning.
And he's knocked down. Gives me a chance to do something here. Using the melange.
Don't
Gel.
overdo it. First aid.
Gonna go for the stomp, I think, there. Okay, he's almost dead. No, it's the double horses.
Sonic sword.
Don't overdo it.
Ready? First aid. Holy song.
Sonic sword ring.
Take this. First aid.
Don't get in my way.
Don't
Are you
overdo
okay?
it.
First
First
aid.
aid.
No way. Sonic sword ring.
Are
Don't
you
overdo
okay?
it.
Don't get in my
First
way.
aid.
Holy cow.
You picked the wrong guy.
How do you play this game with only one healer? I have to use Rain and Kratos to get through these fights, man. And yes, I'm absolutely positive that like if you're good at the game, you can probably beat the bosses without getting hit. Well, not getting hit, but with one character. This dialogue is always the same, I think. I think it helps when you have multiple different people playing different characters since the game has it does have multiplayer, you're right, yeah. That would be helpful. Where's Remiel? Oh, maybe he's evil? Actually, this isn't one of the seals, so he wouldn't even be here. Where's Asuka? Asuka. Whoa, it talked. Without Asuka, I cannot do anything. I cannot form a pact or a vow. Please find Asuka in order to restore my power. Bye. We're gonna give you something now? This looks like it's a something. Oh, he is here. Okay. Your journey has been long. You've done well to reach this far, Colette, the Chosen One. Thank you, Lord Remiel. Let us grant you our blessing. Thank you. You've taken another step to becoming close to becoming an angel, yet you seem anxious. No, I am very happy. Now, Chosen One, your journey is finally drawing to a close. Gee, I guess the game's almost over. Kind of a short RPG. I mean, it's gonna be only like 20 hours by the time I'm done. It's weird to hear my name out of nowhere. Oh, right, yes. I was like, when did I say that? The path to the salvation is open. Head to the Tower of Salvation and offer your prayers of regeneration. Then, you will be able to climb the stairway of heaven. Tower of Salvation. The world regeneration is going to take place. Shall do as you instruct, Lord Amiel. I will consider it more of a plot twist if Lord Amiel is not the villain. I will actually be like, what? What a plot twist! He's not the villain. I will actually be really happy with that if it's happening. If he just ends up being like, yeah, I'm just a good guy. What's your problem? Lord, are you sure? Yes, I'm fine. Darn it. Sacrifice. She got a new ability though. Hype. What's this do though? Academy is gonna heal on. What? Oh, exchange for your life though. Good thing we have life bottles. So that's a pretty good thing. Also, that TP usage, 150. Dang. We're just never gonna see that. This side, we go on the left side, nothing. Ding darn. Darn my socks. No! That's fine.
This is gonna be a piece of cake.
Well, we know what to do now, right? We're gonna head. Is that a bear? Ah!
Light, photon.
Tate!
Tate, ring whirlwind.
Tate! Tate!
Tate.
I was just warming up.
Stealth. Ho! Get stealth. Look out, a teddy bear with a tie. The ultimate foe. Yeah, there seems to be a recurring trend in a lot of, not a lot, but in some JRPGs, like where like really strong teddy bear trope, like a trope of like a kind of trope. Am I supposed to just backtrack out of here? What was it now? The Digimon has a good super strong teddy bear. There's
No way.
what's the name of the Pokemon?
Sonic sword ring.
Light, photon.
Tricky.
What's his name? The Stuffle and the other one. His evolved form. Aridin knows.
You picked the wrong guy to mess
Not
with.
Teddy Ursa. Stuffle and the name escapes me. Beware, right?
This is gonna be a piece of cake.
So there's that.
Item. Whoops.
What a strange. Sorry, I said my stream, but it was nice hanging out with you today. It was super nice hanging out with you today, Grant. Good luck on your stream. And depending on who's streaming, I might raid you. But you're definitely high on the priority list. I'll say that.
I was just warming up.
Have a good stream, man.
This is gonna be a piece of cake.
Oh, hello. I just usually don't wander past me.
Sonic sword ring.
Photon.
So that's the weakness.
Tate. Tate.
Tate.
I was
Thanks, God
just
bless. If
warming
Dusty's still on, you should definitely check him out tonight as well, since you haven't officially met him yet. It's true, we haven't. Yeah, I spoke to him very briefly on Discord, but yeah. That's a good idea. I'll see if Dusty's on. When it hits time. Okay, we're just gonna slowly backtrack out of here. Or maybe not slowly, maybe we're out now? We are out.
Professor Sage, it's Colette's angel toxicosis.
I see. Let's rest here
Well,
for today.
what's gonna happen this time? She lost her feeling. Oh, she can't speak.
What's wrong, Colette?
I would assume she's lost her voice.
What?
Dang. 2-Bit Lane is another one to check out, as well if Dusty and Vector X are offline.
Everyone,
Yes.
I have something to say.
Two-Bit Lane is not in my activity feed right now, but yes, I will have to. I saw him in Tanner's chat. Let's check him out.
I want to explain to everyone why I was trying to assassinate the Chosen.
All right, we're listening. Tell us about your homeland. A land that doesn't exist in this world.
You knew?
No, but you said it yourself that Silverant will be saved. That must mean you aren't from Silverant.
Yeah. You know, it's really a shame that your intellect's being wasted here. You're right. My homeland is not here. Not in Silverant.
What does that mean?
Some of them are saying Silverant, so much like Silverant. Because I'm Albed. But if no one else is online, then of course I would love to see you too. But my primary purpose right now is getting you to meet all the new people first. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And I appreciate your contributions to the community. It's great.
My world is called Tetheala.
Yes, I got it. I knew it. She was Tetheala.
Tetheala? You mean the moon?
Of course not. My world isn't on the moon.
Different
Even
dimension?
I really don't understand the specifics. But there's another world that lies entwined with Silverant. As shadow is to light. That's Tetheala. My
two entwined worlds?
The two worlds lie directly adjacent to each other. They just can't see one another.
That sounds familiar somehow.
Our scholars say they exist on shifted dimensions. Anyway, the two worlds can't see or touch each other. But they do in fact exist next to and affect each other.
What do you mean, affect each other?
They vie for the supply of mana.
Almost like Spira and Xanarkand? You mean like Dream Xanarkand? Because Xanarkand and Spira are Xanarkand's in Spira, right? You're right, yeah. You mean Dream Xanarkand, yeah. If I supply of mana.
When one world weakens, the mana from that world flows to the other. As a result, one world is always flourishing and the other waning. Sort of like an hourglass.
Okay.
Wait, so
So
now
then-
Silverant is...
Yeah. Silverant's mana is flowing to Tetheala. Therefore, Silverant is in decline.
Right, so they switch periods of time where they're prosperous.
Without mana, crops won't grow and magic becomes unusable. If there's no mana, the summoned spirits that protect the world alongside the goddess Martel can't survive in Silverant either. As a result, the world slips even further down the path of destruction.
Then the Chosen's world regeneration is actually the process of reversing the mana flow?
Exactly. When the Chosen breaks the seal, the mana flow reverses and the summoned spirit that governs the seal awakens.
Okay.
I was sent to prevent the world regeneration from happening. I broke through the supposedly impassable dimensional fissure for the sake of protecting Tetheala.
You did?
In other words, to assure the decline and destruction of Silverant?
And the permanent salvation of Tetheala.
You can say that, but your journey of regeneration is also an attempt to destroy Tetheala. We're both doing the same thing.
It's hard for me to believe all of this.
I'm the proof. I possess summoning arts that have been lost from this world. Please don't look at me like that, Colette. I know that wasn't your intention. I don't know what I should do either. I came here to protect Tetheala, but this world is impoverished and everyone is suffering. But if I allow the world regeneration to occur...
I'm trying to think of like what the real world analogy is supposed to be here.
Then Tetheala will become just like this.
But right now you're helping us, right?
Yes, but that doesn't mean I can just abandon Tetheala. I don't know what to do.
Well, maybe there is, but like not directly. Like
Isn't
obviously
there
not
any
directly
other
because
way?
there's no
A
parallel
way for
worlds,
Silverant,
right?
Tetheala, and Colette to all
Like,
be
it's
happy?
The idea of two countries like warring, like helping the one hinders the other. But see, in that case, if that's the analogy, then like, or I should say, if that's the real world equivalent, then I feel like there's never just one solution to that kind of problem.
I want to know too.
Have you considered that perhaps nothing that convenient exists in the real world?
The best thing we can do right now is to save Silveron from its current crisis.
What if we don't regenerate the world and just defeat the Desians?
Although we succeeded in destroying a ranch, we cannot possibly eliminate all the Desians. And the mana will eventually be exhausted.
Is mana really that important?
I suppose only magic users and scholars worry about it. But mana is even more important to life than water. Without it, the land will die. Mana is the source material which composes everything. At least that's what I've been taught.
Unfortunately, the giant tree of ever-flowing mana in fairy tales doesn't exist in the real world. We live by chipping away at the limited amount of available mana.
That means it does.
Why do you think the ancient Magi technology was lost?
Because mana disappeared from the world.
Correct. Magi technology consumes large amounts of mana. If things continue the way they are now, Silverant will eventually lose its mana, just as it lost its Magi technology and be destroyed.
Colette. R-E-M-I? Ah, you're trying to spell something, right?
Yes, Lloyd. You're just trying to spell something.
I'll try asking Remiel if there's a way to save the two worlds.
If it doesn't work out, I may have to kill you after all.
Sheena!
When that time comes, I may fight.
She can't write that fast.
Back.
She's just like, she's burning a hole in Lloyd's hand. She's she's doing that so fast.
Because I love Silverant too.
I understand. You intend to become an angel no matter what, don't you?
I still can't get over, like, after it happens all the time. There's a cutscene, it's night, everyone's like, oh man, this is so messed up. I can't believe this is happening. Cutscene ends. Da 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 da. Yeah, da 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 da. It's pleasant. It's like breakneck tonal shift. Where am I now? Right, I'm in the Tower of Mana. Dun, 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 to the final seal. Right, we need to return this book to Hima. Go, man, go. You can do it. Marathon. Actually, if I just head over to this place. No, quickly! Ah! A bunch of ambushers.
No way!
Still fighting giant beetles. Out of nowhere. That's so close. Hey. What do you do, guys? Finish him off.
Blame your fate.
Luine. When had nightmares of being chased by Gen 1 Pokemon sprites. They're so. If you don't get in battle for like a few times where you can get in battles, the next one that comes by just rushes right at you. Here he is. This is who I want to talk to. Oh no, his ear is so dangerous. Things warp. We got the book. We have to save Pietro? Yeah, we promised. We got it. Yep. Wait, what? What isn't enough? Well, let's go to him and see what happens. Wait, no, he used to be here. He showed up here. Actually, we have to go here because we also have to ride the dragons. Also, restock supplies. From various goods. Use 2 of those. What we got here? Another cape. Well, I mean, I could use. Oh, 9,000. That's a lot of money. That's like half my money. Oh, do it! This doesn't even have an arm slot. What should I do? Should I stick on the 190 chakra or the 300 or the 402 stinger ring? 30 luck. Let's see. Rogue. This actually has lowered my intelligence. That's like 12 defense though. Bracelet. Tartan ribbon. Poison. Take this off. Put this on him. Put that on there. Yeah, that's good. Alright, so she was right. She was in this inn, wasn't she? Everyone, the healing technique. We found it, but it was there, but I can't learn it yet. I'm not experienced enough. I promise I'll use it. I'll learn how to use it. Just please wait a little longer. I understand. Please save him. I'm not high enough level. Alright, well, I guess we'll go back to the top of this mountain here and see if the Dragon Man has set up shop. Nope. Nope. So, in that case, let's move elsewhere. According to the book, either a unicorn horn or a mana leaf could be used to break the spell. Okay. Tell Pedro the group decided to search for the means of healing Pietro. Which is where? Do you have a dog? Dogs are so whiny in this game. They never bark, they just whine. Hello, do you have it? We call it a village, but really there's just an inn. At least he's honest. I started that journey as per the teachings of the Church of Martel, but man, this is tiresome. No info there. Oh, he barks. Bark, bark. And check the bottom room. You guys came all the way out here. You must be really bored. Sometimes there's a weird man by the graves who stands there mumbling, kind of serving. There's a nice, quaint little hamlet. The air is fresh, and there's a really nice view of the top of the mountain. You didn't help me at all. What's this? Oh, it's the Wonder Chef guy. Risotto. One final loud noise for the road. Well. But this is that time, huh? We'll have to figure out what to do next later. Let's, as we said, let's do a raid-a-majigger. Don't like how now there's no music. Alright. Raid. Who we got? Let's try looking for some people. Oh. Yeah, good night, Aridin. Thank you for coming, I appreciate it. Oh, let's see about Dusty. Oh, he is. Hey, everyone. If you could help me raid Dusty, that would be great. Start that raid. Really be help. Thank you all for joining me. Take care, and I will see you next time. Oh, also, yeah, specifically tomorrow, I'll try to be streaming as well. So.